energy on this beautiful Wednesday as we've officially hit the halfway point into the weekend, baby. Good morning, Expresso fam, and welcome to what is going to be a fantastic show. 3 hours of goodness right here on your Feel Good Breakfast
Absolutely. 3 hours of nothing but the good stuff. I can't be more excited to be serving you this morning, Mzansi. And I kind of missed you. I've been missing all these moments every morning. Being outside, being out there in the world and bringing stories to you. But of course, this morning, it's a very important morning for me as well, because we're talking about and celebrating the incredible role that bees play in sustaining life on Earth as we mark World Bee Day.
Oh, I like that. Is that what the bees do when they fly around?
That's how bees fly. Didn't know that? You didn't see the hand?
I'm learning today. Well, this morning we unpack the importance of pollinators, in fact, with environmental advocates and also the experts working to protect biodiversity and restore healthy ecosystems, but also help South Africans create more bee-friendly gardens and green spaces in our homes. This morning I came in, I said, "Nature boy, tell me more." And he's like, "Carissa, bees have saved the world."
Where do we even begin? Bees are life. Zanzi, if you don't understand the importance of bees, without them, we would not be able to consume so much food, so much pollination wouldn't go down, and there's so much education we're going to give you this morning. But it's not only education, but believe it or not, we're heading into the kitchen, and bees are the theme of this one, because Chef Mike Hammond from the Honey Room is joining us for a honey-filled culinary hotline as we make a stuffed fig, orange, and honeycomb brie cake.
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
all of that together alongside sticky honey soy glazed corn crunch, chicken wangs. Oh, order of the day. Are you ready?
Oh, my stomach's already grumbling. Let me go and get myself
for
together.
This moment. Just reflect on what's about to go down. But much of the anticipation right now for me is the excitement to bring education to the forefront and understanding really, truly how important these insects are, what they provide for us, what they unlock for us, and how much potential they have with regards to everything they produce. And of course, we need to put them on the front of the list. For now, though, it's time to kick off official duties. Carissa's standing by with the latest, and let's get the show on the road.
That's right, Nature Boy. Let's dive straight into it with 2 minutes after 6 o'clock in Mzansi. Let's get straight into your national news headlines, where the Special Investigating Unit has welcomed the arrest of 3 suspects in Mpumalanga over alleged fraud linked to Unemployment Insurance Fund temporary employee relief scheme payments. Now, Fumu Msiska, his wife Gladness, and his brother-in-law Bongani Mkonto appeared in the Middelburg Magistrates Court on charges involving paying some 700 ghost employees over several months and fabricated claims. Now, authorities say about 26.9 million rand was siphoned through fraudulent submissions. The Mpumalanga High Court has frozen properties in Pretoria, Middelburg and White River, alongside vehicles, bank accounts and equipment. In other national news, President Cyril Ramaphosa begins a state visit to Botswana today at the invitation of President Duma Boko. Now, the two leaders will co-chair the 6th South Africa-Botswana Binational Commission, aimed at strengthening bilateral cooperation. Discussions will focus on energy, water management, tourism, defense and security, as well as broader socio-economic issues. Now, several memoranda of understanding are expected to be signed to deepen the relations. Ramaphosa will also attend a business forum in Gaborone to promote investment opportunities, reflecting growing trade ties between the two neighboring economies. Taking a look at your international news making headlines now, where tensions have escalated after reports that Israeli forces fired on vessels in an aid flotilla bound for Gaza, though Israel denies using live ammunition and says no injuries occurred. Organizers claim dozens of boats were intercepted and hundreds of activists detained, with some vessels continuing their journey. Israel says the naval blockade is lawful and insists only non-lethal measures were used after warnings. Now, the incident has intensified diplomatic friction amid ongoing humanitarian concerns in Gaza, where shortages persist and millions remain displaced in harsh living conditions. Taking a look at news on the continent now, where Kenya is facing rising unrest after fuel price hikes push petrol up by 20% and diesel by nearly 40%, following disruptions in global oil routes. Transport operators launched a strike that had been suspended for 1 week for negotiations. Now, protests have spread across Nairobi, with casualties reported and hundreds arrested during violent demonstrations. Analysts warn that rising oil costs could trigger wider unrest across the continent. Now, the government says subsidies are cushioning consumers, while fuel taxes remain critical for supporting a strained national budget. And ending off here, giving Mzansi the flowers they deserve, where South Africa has once again blossomed into global glory after winning gold and the coveted Best Exhibit Award at the prestigious RHS Chelsea Flower Show out in London. The breathtaking display, titled Life After Fire, was created by celebrated landscape designer Leon Klucher and artist gardener Tristan Voetberg. Inspired by the Cape's resilient fynbos ecosystem, the installation transformed scorched branches and burnt proteus skeletons into a spectacular celebration of both renewal and also beauty. More than 20,000 stems of indigenous flowers from across the Western Cape helped bring the display to life, while vibrant orchids, king proteas, and rare blooms proudly showcase South Africa's extraordinary biodiversity to the world. Well done to Leon Klucher and his wonderful team. What a beautiful display of what South Africa has to offer. Well, that is where we leave your 6 o'clock news. Let's get into your sporting highlights with Raul.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Listen, if you're a Gooner that's a fan of the Gunners, then hello, you need to grab those flowers because you absolutely deserve it. Because Arsenal will lift the Premier League trophy on Sunday after Manchester City failed to beat Bournemouth last night. Yes, a lot in the studio going crazy, and I know you as champions for the first time in over 20 years. Now, in last night's other results, and I think this is why G-Man has taken absence, Spurs' relegation battle continues as they lost 2-1 to Chelsea. Well, we carry on with football news and talk about a local action. Now, the draw for the 2027 AFCON qualifiers took place in Cairo yesterday, with South Africa drawn in Group D alongside Kenya, Guinea, as well as Eritrea. Now, with Kenya securing automatic qualification at tournament hosts, only the next best top-placed nation in Group D will book their place in next year's tournament. Now, the opening round of qualifiers will take place between the 21st of September and the 6th of October. Well, there is a lot of international action around the corner, and that's in the world of rugby. Now, Springbok head coach Rassie Erasmus was awarded the National Order of Ikhamanga, and that was in gold by the presidency yesterday. Now, the honor recognizes South African citizens who have excelled in the field of arts, culture, literature, music, journalism, and sport. Now, Erasmus and the Springboks will return to action on the 20th of June when they face the Barbarians. Well, lastly, in the world of sport, and lots to report on this front. Two-time Wimbledon champion Carlos Alcaraz has withdrawn from this year's tournament due to an ongoing wrist injury. Now, Alcaraz has been sidelined since suffering the injury at the Barcelona Open last month. And the world number 2 had already ruled himself out of Roland Garros, which begins on the 31st of May. Well, lots to celebrate in the world of sport. We'll touch on it again in the next hour. But for now, though, what do we wear? Well, don't worry. Carissa's got the latest in the world of weather.
Thank you, Raul. Let's check out your weather on this beautiful Wednesday to see how we can prep you for the day and the days ahead. Out in Polokwane, now your Wednesday brings you partly cloudy skies. Now your temperatures, they do start at a brisk low of 8 degrees, but it rises to a nice high of 23. As we look into the week ahead, tomorrow will bring you mostly cloudy skies with temperatures ranging between 9 and 22 degrees. Let's move on over to Klerksdorp now, where today you can expect mostly sunny skies. Your temperatures begin at a chilly low of 6 degrees and then reaches a high of 22. In the coming days, sunny skies will dominate with temperature highs in the high teens and even making those lower 20s closer to next week. And then out in Pretoria, mostly cloudy skies are what you're in for today. Let's look at your temperatures now, while they range between a low of 9 and a high of 22. As we look ahead, you can expect mostly sunny skies with cloud formations here and there. And then out in Johannesburg, the city of gold on this Wednesday, today unfolds under mainly sunny conditions on your side of town. Your temperatures, well, they'll start at 6 degrees, but rise to a set 18 under partly cloudy skies. Going into next week, expect temperature highs in the high teens, with lows remaining at 7 degrees all until Saturday. That brings us to Mbombela next, where skies do remain partly cloudy for most of your day today. Your temperatures, well, they'll range from a chilly 10 and then warm up to 22 as your high. The next few days bring you cloudy skies with temperature highs in the low to mid-20s. In the beautiful Bloemfontein, a bright and mostly sunny day lies ahead for you. There will be some subtle northeasterly winds that will accompany that. Your temperatures, well, they'll range between 6 and 21 degrees. Now, a cloudy, humid trend takes hold through to Friday, bringing highs in the high teens to lower 20s. Moving on to Richards Bay next, where today you can expect partly cloudy skies with rain forecast sitting at 50%. Your temperatures, well, they'll start at 16 degrees and work up to 23. And tomorrow brings you partly sunny conditions with temperatures ranging between 16 and 24. Durban, you're up next, where you can expect some passing afternoon showers today. That will happen a little bit later on. 15 degrees is how you get started, though. 23 is the peak of your day. Looking into the week, you can expect sunny skies tomorrow, while Friday and Saturday turn a little bit more cloudy and humid. And then out in Mthatha, afternoon showers are expected later in the day, chanced at 15%. Your temperatures, well, they'll range between a low of 10 and a high of 21. Over the coming days, cloud cover and humidity levels do increase, with temperatures remaining in the low to mid-20s. Uba, you're up next, formerly known as Cradock. Now, light showers are expected during the afternoon with subtle northwesterly winds. A chilly start to the day, a nippy 8 is your low with a high of 21. There's also a 10% chance of rain along the way, but the next few days do bring you cloudy and rainy conditions with rain forecast at 40% come Friday. All right, Kugompo City, your time to stand up. Today you're in for thundery skies with a 45% chance of rain. Temperatures rise from a cool 16 to 22 as your high. And looking at your week, expect intervals of both cloudy and sunny conditions with temperature highs in the low 20s. And then out in Ebeja, GQ, you can expect scattered thunderstorms with noticeable easter winds. Now, temperatures range between a low of 14 and a high of 21 degrees. Tomorrow does bring you cloudy and rainy conditions chanced at 40%, which will ease as the week does progress. That brings us to the gorgeous George. Good morning to you. Scattered thunderstorms on the cards today with rain chanced at 25%. Temperatures do rise from a cool 13 to a warmer 21 as the day develops. And looking at the days ahead, it does bring intervals of sunshine and clouds with temperature highs in the high teens to lower 20s. A little bit further now into Cape Town, you can expect mainly cloudy skies today, along with some morning thunderstorms. Now, temperatures range between a low of 13 and a high of 22. In the coming days, expect cloudy skies to stick around with temperature highs in the high teens. Moving further inland to Sutherland now, it's going to be a thundery day. There is a 45% chance of rain. Temperatures will move from a biting 7 degrees and double up to 14 as your high. Our brighter days are not far off, with mostly sunny skies ahead and temperatures peaking in the mid-teens. Out in Kimberley on this Wednesday, you will experience mostly sunny skies today. Now, temperatures range from a brisk 9 to a high of 22 degrees. Let's take a look at the upcoming days, because it does bring you cloudy and humid conditions with temperature highs in the low 20s. And our final stop on this weather report is out in Uppington. Today you can expect some afternoon showers with moderate northeasterly winds out in Uppies. Temperatures start at a low of 15 but does rise to 26, so at least warmer weather awaits you. Mainly sunny skies dominate the days ahead, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 12 and 24. Well, we hope that you feel a little bit more prepped for this Wednesday, Thursday and weekend ahead. But now let's get into the sunrise view of this hour. I mean, Vili de Koning, time and time again, straight out of Kugompo City, always lets us know that it's going to be a brighter day indeed. Look at that. Gorgeous scattered clouds over that horizon with the sun just peeking on over. Vili, we appreciate you. And let me tell you, 21 degrees is what you can experience on this beautiful Wednesday. We wish you a blessed one ahead, and Mzansi, if you think you could do better or even match Vili on his pursuit of becoming a photographer. 063-036-9649. It's really that simple to get in touch with us directly in studio. This morning, though, we're talking all things bzz, bzz, bzz. The bees are awaiting. Raul, what do we got for us?
That was shocking, shocking. It felt like you got shocked there, but don't worry, I know what you're talking about. It's everything to do with the bees. And we're going to have a beautiful day today, just talking about it, celebrating it, and ushering so many good conversations. Obviously, there are a lot of ingredients in front of me. That means we definitely be doing something with bees and honey in the kitchen, and it's something you can definitely look forward to. But for now, though, we want to have a conversation with you. Obviously, this morning, it's always a two-way street, and I want to find out if you know how important bees really are, and are you aware of their impact that they have with regards to us, right? So they include, and what they do is they help produce foods, right? And they help pollinate as well. So we want to know with those foods, including coffee, chocolate, even things like avocados, are you, if we were to lose these foods, what do you think would be the real possibility with regards to living without these things?
Avocado.
And if you knew this was the case, would you care about these bees more? Would they be more important to you? And would you honestly pay more attention to the conversations coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show? Because I think none of us really understand the importance of this, right?
A life without avocado, coffee, and chocolate?
Oh, these are a few of our favorite things.
Many of our favorite things. That's not a life at all. I didn't even realize, besides honey, the extent to which we need to protect bees in order to protect our food.
Yeah, the stats are crazy. It's almost like 1/3 of the foods that we are consuming that gets pollinated is literally coming from bees. So without that, that's a whole lot of good stuff that we're going to be missing out on. So Mzansi, come through and let us know if you even knew about this, if you are now understanding the importance of bees, and are you going to place more importance on them after all these incredible conversations?
Wow.
This is what it's about.
Well, speaking about conversations, after this break, we get into a really important one about our little bees, our kids, and when to teach them responsibility. We'll get into a really great chat straight after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. This morning we have a focus on bees, and right now we're talking about raising little worker bees, helping children to learn responsibility, but also independence and confidence without turning childhood into a bit of a pressure cooker. Now, from packing school bags to helping at home, how do we encourage capable kids without overwhelming them from the get-go? So joining us in this pursuit is psychologist, educator, and child development specialist, Dr. Sharon Aitken. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining us.
It's lovely to be here again.
What a conversation. I mean, where do we even begin? I think for many parents sitting right now, there is this mammoth task of raising what are adults, essentially. So when do parents know the level of responsibility they need to give their little ones, from birth to the different phases in the kid's life?
It's a very complex question because actually there's so many different factors involved, from the developmental stage of the child, which isn't the same as the actual age. So, for example, everybody thinks you're a teenager from 13 years, but you start becoming an adolescent from the moment that you hit puberty. So if you hit puberty late, your level of responsibility is maybe not going to be in the same place as somebody who hit puberty earlier. So you've got to take in all those different factors, whether types of personality, whether they've got barriers to learning, all those kinds of things need to be taken into account. So parents need to do some reading.
Yes.
Especially on developmental stages.
Okay, reading as in pick up a book, do some research online, Google.
There's so much on, especially the adolescent brain.
Yeah.
It's really important for parents to read on that because they might have been well trained up until puberty, and then all of a sudden it falls off the bus. You know,
they thought they had it. They don't have it anymore.
They don't have it anymore. No.
Okay, so when do I know if a child is ready to take on responsibilities? Is it a question? Is it a push and pull? Do I try something and see if it goes well?
So I just like them to you just do it sort of fluidly as the kid is growing up. The moment a child's old enough to walk, talk, and play with toys, they're old enough to pack away toys.
Right.
And so you can just start building it into their normal
routine.
Yeah. And parents also, if they switch from thinking, I'm teaching them chores or I'm giving them chores to I'm teaching life skills.
I like that.
And that's a much better way of looking at it because it then becomes a teaching moment for the parent rather than a, I have to punish you if you don't do this. You have
it becomes
to do
less
this.
overwhelming, I think, for the kid and the parents.
So you
too.
just start gradually,
Yeah.
gradually, and then hopefully by the time they leave home, they can do their own clothes, etc., etc.
We hope so. I will say, Sharon, we've seen so many people in the real world that I'm like, you don't cook, you don't clean. Oh, let's start from the basics there, but no judgment here. So we hear at least a lot about children needing to be resilient. I think that comes up quite often. But what factors affect that level of responsibility in a child?
Okay, so resilience and responsibility aren't quite the same thing. Resilience is your ability to suck it up, basically, and deal with a challenge and overcome the challenge. What is that phrase? Improvise, adapt, overcome, that kind of idea.
Right.
So that comes through, that ability to overcome a challenge is taught by parents, and it's taught by setting a manageable challenge that the child is able to overcome. So it does take a lot of thinking for the parents. I mean, it's not as easy as just like, oh, go do this. You might have to teach them the skill first, then you've got to make sure you've set it at the right level. So if you've taught them to cook supper,
Sure.
you don't necessarily now want to throw them into a lunch banquet.
Right.
You know?
A 5-course meal for the family.
Yeah, because then you're going to destroy any resilience because they can't meet that challenge. So it's about dealing with adversity and overcoming that, and in turn, they're acquiring responsibility.
How about a reward system? I mean, do you implement that as well when they do achieve or attain the...
Yeah, so I like to phrase it as each child has rights, but those are basic rights. Over and above that, whatever they get that's a luxury is already built-in reward. And you meet your rewards you earn your reward by meeting your responsibility.
Sure. I mean, I'm taking that as an adult. I'm writing that down. That is so good. Okay, so many parents end up doing everything themselves. I mean, if we're being honest, from the homework to the chores that happen at home, because they're just thinking it's going to be faster, it's going to be less messy, I don't have to stress myself and overwhelm myself. So why is it actually important to kind of see children struggle a little bit in order to, like you said, overcome?
Yeah, it's about changing your expectations again, because anybody who's new to the job isn't going to do it as well as somebody who's very experienced. And it's the same with the kids. So do it with them to start off with so that you're actually teaching them how to do it the way you want it done. And then you can slowly back off and give them more and more responsibility until they're capable of doing it themselves.
Yeah.
But to have the expectation that a child is going to be able to, like me, ironing my dad's trousers. I ironed his trousers. And you know what? He told me never to do it again because he's ex-army. So
I get it.
The creases weren't right.
The one down the middle.
Yeah, it was not right. So, but he never taught me how to do them. I just did it. And so I think it's really important the parents, you sort of scaffold the responsibility, teach them the skill. It's a life skill.
Yeah.
So
I love that. My dad's also ex-military, so I understand completely. He ran a strict regime at home. It was really hectic. But I think it also instills confidence in the children when they do it and they attain it and they achieve
That's it.
And then they're like, okay, I can take on the next thing, right?
Exactly.
And like you said, when they can eat, run, play, they are ready to pick up the next thing. So how do we encourage responsibility without constant nagging? I mean, the older I get, the more I realize I'm actually a bit of a nagger. Also, the bribing, the punishment. How do we get the ball rolling here?
Okay, so I don't like the word bribery because bribe is when you pay somebody to do something wrong. When you give somebody a reward, it's for doing something right. So they earn their rewards, and they have loads of rewards. They've got devices, they've got access to screen time, they've got pizzas and hamburgers and nice food. All of this is earned by meeting their responsibility. So then you don't need to nag. There's a simple consequence. So we don't even have to use the word punishment. If you want your devices for the next 24 hours, then you need to make sure that you've cleaned the table or done whatever your responsibility is. Your homework is your major responsibility.
Important.
And then you earn your device time. So then we don't have to talk punishment. We don't have to nag.
We don't have to bribe.
And we don't bribe.
I love that. Earn your reward by meeting your responsibility. That's a word that I'm taking with me into today and forever. Busy bees. We're starting with the little kids, but us as adults can also definitely learn a thing or two. Doc, thank you so much for coming through. I've learned so much about the next chapter of many of our lives, taking on becoming a parent or even instilling more values in our children so that they can be better adults going forward.
Loving this conversation and loving the fact that we can reward you once again and you don't even have to work hard this time around because I've got something important for you to pay attention to. I want you to match your 6 lucky numbers and play Lotto. Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2. Forget this. 21 million rand in total estimated jackpots. It's all happening this Wednesday, Mzansi, so don't delay. You want to play the Lotto for an estimated 8.5 million rand. There's the Lotto plus for 5 million rand and then the Lotto plus 2 for 7.5 million rand today. Now, you can win all these millions by doing the following. Buying your tickets today, and you can do it in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, or you can use cell phone banking. All these details on Expresso's social media pages, literally, so that you can go check them out right now and get yourself in the running to win big. And we're talking about Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2, all going down for 21 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. I'm going to wish you nothing but good luck. Get involved in this one. It's a big reward waiting for you, and we've got more rewards right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, especially as we approach exam time. A lot of stress going down, and we've got just the person to come through and help us reset for the occasion. On top of this, we're going to discuss all the things important when it comes to bees and why you need to put them at the top of our list. We'll see you soon.
Only you can make my day.
Oh, yes, you beautiful people. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And let's be honest, this time of the year, a lot of us are feeling different things. We've got a little bit of stress, a little bit of anxiety. And I think especially when we talk about mid-year exams, which are underway. Now, when it comes to students and maybe even parents, everybody is feeling the pressure to show up. Now, if we take everything between studying, deadlines, long hours, and trying to balance everyday life, burnout can creep in fast, leaving you mentally drained, struggling to focus, and needing a way to recharge and reset. Now, I think everybody that just heard this is like, oh, you're talking about me? Yeah, I got you, don't worry. And that's why we brought in Dr. Layla Kasim. She's here this morning to delve deeper into this exact topic. Doc, how are we doing this morning?
Thank you for having me. A bit stressed.
Yeah. And is this like a normal thing for, I know students, obviously, mid-year exams, but for many other parents and just me, other people in general, is it okay to feel stressed this time of the year?
Definitely. I mean, the year is already so busy and we're mid-year, so it's definitely normal, depending on the environment and situation.
And why is it that, especially when we look at a period like this, exam time, that moment where we're forced to show up, that there's this overwhelming sense of like, I don't know if it's anxiety, is it stress, but everybody's mentally feeling it right now.
So with stress, you know, it's a response to something or a stressful situation, like an exam or like a test. And generally, when it's during that exam time, you have less sleep, you have to focus for longer hours, your diet isn't the same, it's not that balanced, healthy diet, you don't exercise as much because you're putting in the time to study. So that makes you very stressed, and then you can develop symptoms of stress. So feeling irritable, feeling moody, and you aren't able to concentrate. So definitely there's a mental and physical exhaustion or symptoms of stress.
Yeah, as you mentioned that, you're just giving me trauma from being in school. I went through all the bad things when it came to exams. Leave it for the last minute, don't sleep properly, all-nighters, not eating. Why did I do that to myself? And I think this is something that I'm trying to also differentiate right now. I'm not writing exams, but in the work environment I'm in and many others like us, we are faced with stress, but also consistency with stress. And there's this differentiation between stress and burnout. How do we tell whether we are just stressed or if we are actually heading towards burnout? Because I would imagine it's quite a fine line.
So it's such a good question because often you don't realize that you become burnt out. So stress is something more temporary. You have a stressor or you've got anxiety and then you're unable to function or remember things.
Yep, I can relate, yep.
Exactly. And then you have a rest and take yourself out of that stressful situation and then you're able to function again. But burnout is something that, as you said, it's prolonged, it happens over time. So you'll be stressed, you'll have the same symptoms, but after you have that rest, you still feel exhausted and you still can't function. So it becomes quite draining and that's burnout.
It feels like just this uphill battle, like you're climbing, you're never getting to the summit. Now, I've got something that I thought we could get a little spicy with. It's time to play a game, right? It's a quick fire, rapid fire type of a game, almost like a pop quiz. And I'm going to be giving you a few common exam season scenarios. And I want you to tell me whether they sound more like normal exam stress or possible burnout warning signs. Mzansi, you can maybe play along too, and then see if you got the answer correct based on what the doc feeds back, all right? This makes sense, Lena?
Let's see if I can cope.
Okay, so first scenario, running on 3 hours of sleep and 4 coffees. What is this?
So I would say burnout, because definitely you need more hours of sleep. You need an adequate amount. And if you're running on four caffeinated drinks, that's definitely going to cause you to crash. So it's not something that's obviously been happening just overnight.
Yeah.
So this is like a prolonged thing. So I think early signs of burnout, definitely.
I've got a lot of friends out there that literally live this life, so hope you're paying attention. All right, next scenario, forgetting simple things or struggling to focus. What might this be a cause of?
So I think it's a combination, because if you aren't able to focus and you are stressed before an exam, sometimes if you just have that little break or rest, you can function again.
Okay, yeah.
But if you aren't remembering even after you've had a rest or after you've had a break, then I would say that's an early sign of burnout. Then that's a warning sign. You should do something about it.
Makes sense. Okay, this is starting to make sense a lot from Mzansi, I think, as well, as we start to dive deeper. But I've got another one for you. If you're studying all day, right, but let's just talk about it, but not actually absorbing the information. What happens in that scenario? You're sitting there behind the desk, you're taking it in, you're studying all day, but the information just doesn't sink. Is there something just wrong with me?
No, definitely not. So I would say this is a sign of burnout because you aren't able to even function and you aren't able to retain anything. So definitely burnout because it's a prolonged action of feeling stressed or pressure over that long period of time where you aren't able to now remember things.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, that's exactly why supporting your overall well-being, I'd imagine,
Exactly.
and energy levels too are vitally important, right? So this is why I think during demanding seasons and times, I think like exam period, we're all stressing, we all have that trauma as well, but maybe something like Revital Ginseng Plus, which is designed to help support energy, stamina, and mental alertness for people managing busy schedules like right now, and also these high-pressure situations. I think this is why it's such a great option because it's formulated to help reduce tiredness, fatigue, support your stamina, and improves mental alertness. This is something ideal for busy professionals, for parents, for students, everybody juggling those full-time schedules. And the best part is it's clinically proven to reduce fatigue by 79% and also improve cognition by 44%. So we've got options, and thanks to the doc over here, I think we are more aware of the situation we're in, and we can take control getting back in the driver's seat. So hopefully no stress, no burnout for you, doc, and nothing but just good conversations, and we can have you back once again to be a part of our esteemed panel. Well, listen, Mzansi, I hope this is something that has educated you and given you a reason to step up and take control. Whether you're preparing for exams, supporting someone through them, or simply navigating a demanding season, just remember this. Sometimes the most important thing is knowing when to pause, when to reset, and when to re-energize. So make Revital your daily multivitamin of choice, available at retail and independent pharmacies nationwide. Nice.
Oh, honey, we are talking about some good things in the next little bit on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are surrounded by produce that tastes, smells, looks incredible. I've been learning so much about beeswax and creamed honey. What are we making today, Clem?
So we're going to use the goodness of honey and a couple of other ingredients to create a mini cheese honey-inspired cake.
Ooh.
Our body weight in honey. No, we're not. We're going to be responsible.
We're going to try to be the most responsible as we shine a light on bees and why they probably are more important than you might think. We'll see you straight after this.
I'm going to be right here in the kitchen.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Yep. Element right now. And the rest of us are learning as we go as the world marks World Bee Day. Now we've got Eve Patigal, who joins us, founder of The Bee Effect, who spent about a decade advocating for honeybees, biodiversity, but also healthier ecosystems.
Everything that we are changing and hopefully making even better, from restoring forage in South Africa. So let's give this nature warrior a feel-good welcome.
Come on, everybody.
My people.
Come
My
on.
people. Can I get a high five? Just for being you,
Bee Day.
just for doing what you're doing, and just for having this opportunity to show up and educate Mzansi. How are you this morning?
Yeah. Okay, so take us back into 10 years ago. I mean, today marks that. What first inspired you to start The Bee Effect, and why did bees become your focus? What is it about these black and yellow creatures?
Okay, so I need to contextualize this a bit.
Please do.
I come out of a marketing background, and a friend of mine sent me this article on how hotels in San Francisco had been putting beehives on. And of course she said, oh, this is a great sort of brand sustainability link and everything. I was like, yeah, sounds cool. And like with anything, off you go and you do some research. And as I was speaking to incredible people in the industry, like Brendan Cooper, actually lives across the road here, and started to learn about honeybees, I think what struck me, and actually I was thinking about it last night, 10 years ago, I honestly did not draw the dots between the plate of food on my table and honeybees. In fact, honestly, I can't even recall in my entire life even having a conceptual understanding of bees at all. Like I was clueless. I can be very vacuous.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think you speak for many people.
Yeah,
when
you like
say
representing
that.
most of them, Zanzi, right now. Don't worry.
well, that's how I kind of felt. I was like, well, if I don't know anything about honeybees, there's a far bigger job to be done here than simply like hacking with a brand, you know. So I looked at it. I did a lot of research. I spent a day doing hive transfers with Brendan, and just to show you how clueless I was, happily transferring hives, no suit on.
Whoa, you
nothing.
boss.
warrior
Whoa,
bees.
yes.
I didn't know you had to wear a suit.
Wow.
I was like, and the bees were happy and I was
Yeah.
happy. Brendan got stung twice, but of course I didn't, because what did I know? So, and that was a beautiful start to the journey. And then he hooked me up with another amazing beekeeper, Cobus Voss. And they literally set about educating Eve.
Sure.
And educating Eve became the bee effect.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I've got the nous to put this kind of thing together. Let me just see what happens. And, you know, with me, must be low and slow when you develop things. And that's what the bee effect has been. It's done different things over 10 years.
Yeah.
But primarily, it's been about sustaining awareness. I was very concerned when I read about the bees and the plight of the bees and how big the problem with bees is. It's, you know, we mostly think about honey. We don't realize there's a huge story behind honeybees.
Yes.
And my feeling is that somehow I need to get that message out there. I don't want it to become the flavor of the month, you know? And that's how I started it. I was like, okay, how can I sustain this? You know, develop the programs that you speak about, looking after the bees.
What I love is the fact that you're coming with information, and I'm sure it's that information that converted you in the first place, right? So can we maybe pass that on to Mzansi and talk about these actual like statistics in terms of why are bees so important? We're saying they are. We kind of joined
Just
the
heard
dots.
statistics and went, what?
Whoa, I wasn't prepared for this. But like seriously, if it's not a stat, just in terms of the real life situation, why are bees so important?
Yeah.
What is the
What's their
actual function
value?
here? And what are they doing at the end of the day for us?
I think it's a twofold question, because what they're doing for us is feeding us. Basically, it's not this doomsday thing where if we don't have X amount of honeybees, we're not going to have food. Our food options will shift, okay? They'll be less healthier. And on top of that, the bees themselves, really, if you look at the honeybee is a reflection of the human being. Whatever is happening to the honeybee, whether they are getting toxic overload, they're not getting the right nutrition, which is what the bee effect focuses on, their water sources are contaminated, all of this is effectively exactly what we get exposed to. So the link for me was always really important. Like, if those bees are out in the agricultural fields and they're absorbing, whether it's systemic pesticides, which are the ones that come through the plant, or they're drinking the runoff in the water, we're getting that same toxicity in our systems. So to me, to become a healthier, more conscious society, we need to eat well. And to eat well, we need healthy soils, healthy plants. And the bees will reflect that. At the moment, they're not. At the moment, what's happening to honeybees is what's happening to our bodies. So when you look at a plate of food that a honeybee has brought to you, that food is going to be reflective of exactly what's happening to honeybees. You know, if there's no good soil, the nutrition, the nutrition in the soil doesn't get fed into the plant. That nutrition doesn't go into the to the pollen, and then it doesn't go into the nectar. So the bee's not getting great food. You see what I mean?
It's like an ecosystem that we've got to protect, actually.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you've drawn parallels between us and our well-being and theirs, because often there is a distance between it, right?
Yeah.
We just think about bees as these things that we swat away when we move around, but no, they actually have a direct impact into our daily lives.
They're completely and intrinsically linked. You know, there's this beautiful symbiotic relationship between flowers and honeybees. You know, I think it was 120 million years ago. The flower and the bee came along together. One could not exist without the other. So, in effect, that is what our relationship with honeybees is. Sure. And that's why it's so important. I think the more we educate, you know, to be quite honest with you, I don't think the general person is as uneducated as they were 10 years ago. There's been a lot of traction around education. But it's that realization. I'm going to draw a rather harsh analogy for you. But when you go to the shop and you buy meat, okay, you don't twig where that meat comes from. It's shock and horror when you actually do realize it. Not that I'm anti-meat, of course, I'm South African. Come on, everyone loves boerewors. But the reality is we have that same disconnect with honeybees.
Absolutely.
You know?
So I think this is a great time to reconnect with our source, reconnect with where everything comes from. At the same time, I think this is such a great idea of looking at bees as a reflection of us, the state we're in and what we're actually doing. Eve, thank you for putting this on the forefront and reminding us why they are so important. And I think we're going to echo this right now in the kitchen. Seeing as the link is clearly so connected, let's explore that a little bit further with Chef Clem.
Welcome to the kitchen this fine Wednesday. My name is Clem Pedro. You know you found yourself in the kitchen on a Wednesday. The phone lines are open. That must mean it's a culinary hotline bling! I'm gonna take it. It is, as you know, World Bee Day. And today we have got someone very special in the kitchen who's gonna talk us through everything bee, everything honey, everything delicious. His name is Mike Hammond from the Honey Room. Mike, thank you so much for being in the kitchen today.
Thanks for having me, Clem.
I had to bring the expert in the kitchen because I've got questions and I know our viewers too. And to our viewers at home, all those questions, if you want to direct them through us this morning, all your culinary questions, all your bee-related questions, honey-related questions, I'm here, Mike's here. That WhatsApp line is open and that number is 063-036-9649. I just want to say thank you to Carissa, who always stands by the camera in case I forget the number, ready to give me the sign language of what that number is. I appreciate her and I appreciate you. Please send those voice notes through. Mike,
Yes.
I'm a huge honey fan. Like, seriously, I think all chefs have a massive appreciation for bees and for honey because we know if that little brick is removed from the ecosystem, we don't have a job.
That's true.
That's so. Talk to me about the importance of honey, specifically in South Africa, and the role that it plays.
So, I mean, specifically, the role for honeybees in South Africa is very much pollination services and serving the agricultural industry. But then, obviously, honeybees make honey. So, for the agricultural beekeepers who work in that field, honey is kind of like a byproduct. And that's where we come in and we sort of promote the purpose of honey and the use of honey. And because, as you know, it's a very healthy product.
For me, it's like the official superfood.
Yes. Yeah.
I really, really do believe that.
Yeah.
So we're going to do some cooking with honey today.
Cool, cool.
I think let's swap sides.
Yes.
Because while I'm busy, I'm going to tell what I'm doing today. I'm going to do a take on a cheese course. So this recipe is from our chef, Chef Jay. He knows I don't actually have a sweet tooth. Lies. I don't know what's going on. I'll eat the whole thing. But previously, when it comes to dessert, on a restaurant menu, I would always go for the cheese course. Okay. So what we've done today is we've got that cheese course happening, but we bring a bit of that honey through to bring the sweet element. I'm going to blend some cream cheese and some brie together, and instead of sponges, we're going to layer the frosting between brie.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow. And the honey is going to smother everything. So while I'm busy with that, can I ask you to talk me through what you brought through today? Because color, for me, is usually you can tell a lot by honey, or I think by color. But there's a lot more to it than just what it looks like. The color plays a different role. So can you talk us through what you brought today?
So we get a lot of visitors to our shop in Newlands the first question, they would look at the shelf and they would say, oh, what do you do to make all the colors, in the honey? It's like, no, we do nothing. The bees do everything. And it's pretty much the nectar. So it's the color of the nectar that the bees bring in. It's that process of turning it into honey, dehydrating the nectar. Because when it comes in nectar, it's almost 90% water. So the bees actually have to process that, and that is also the goodness that you want from the honey, is the bee enzymes that comes from the honey stomach, and then obviously also the pollen that's mixing to the honey. So any over-processed honey that you may get from big packers or big packing systems, they would normally over-process the honey, they would overheat it, which kills the enzymes, which is from the bees, and it would also take out all the pollen. So that's why you should get, when you do buy honey, buy it from a trusted source or even straight from the beekeeper if you can, because then you know your honey is not being over-processed and you get all the goodness that you really need from it. Personally, I always believe that a darker honey has more sort of nutrients. It's got those minerals that you want. You know, it's almost like stream water coming down the mountain. You know, it's slightly brown because that's all the minerals still in the water. Same thing with honey. So I personally love a dark honey. I think it will definitely give you all the benefits you deserve. And
we've got one, yeah? We've got a nice dark one.
Yes,
well, can I ask you if we can actually taste that dark one? And while we taste that, I'm going to make a noise so you can grab that dark honey for us. Come on. There we go. There we go. A little bit of orange marmalade went in there. And there was a bit of honey in that orange marmalade as well. Okay, let's do this tasting, mate.
So this is an interesting one because this is African beechwood honey, and we actually had it tested.
And I see it's all labelled on the actual.
Yes, yeah.
Amazing,
So
that helps a lot.
We actually had this tested, and it was a 99% African beechwood pollen. So it just shows you when bees are dedicated to work on one floral source specifically, they will commit to that until that nectar flow comes to an end, and then they start looking for other food. They look for food there, and then they all go to the same food source. So committed, 99% of the same pollen in one honey.
So, like, we talk about wine and single origin and all these various different categories. This sounds very much like wine, like we're categorizing it like wine.
Yeah.
And it's literally talking about the single, I won't say single origin, but the single source of food that the bee's eating and how dramatically it changes.
I'll taste that.
Oh, my God.
I would definitely say it's like a tenor of a wine where the region, the rainfall, the climate, the actual soil all contributes to the flavor and the taste of the honey. So that is a very rich, dark-tasting honey, very burnt caramel sort of
deep
notes.
molasses almost.
Molasses,
It is so beautiful. And I always talk about the fact that when we add honey to a recipe, people think it's just for sweetness, but there's a level of acidity. And the acidity in that honey is what opens up the flavor, and you taste so much of that deep molasses, almost toasted notes. That is wild.
Yeah, it's
and I'm
crazy.
guessing, can we then taste the opposite of that characteristic? While we do that, let me talk about what I'm going to do. We got our beautiful frosting. I'm going to lay it now between our sponges of cheese, and then we're just going to decorate. This is such an easy recipe. I like doing this with dinner parties because everybody kind of does it themselves while you get to have fun and taste honey. Okay, you go ahead,
So
Mike.
this is a citrus honey. It's a very, very thick honey. So we speak about the viscosity of the honey. That means that the bees have basically dried it very well. So it's a beautiful ripe honey. It's perfectly prepared for us to consume. You can see it's not dripping like the previous one is a little bit more watery, more runny than that one.
The viscosity you said is thicker.
Yes, yeah. So citrus honey is a very easy honey to identify. Immediately citrus notes, that acidity also very, very strong in your honey. It's a it's a very popular honey. This year, citrus honey has been very, very scarce. Normally, we would, purchase tons of it for the business, and we literally got just a little bit of citrus honey this year, and that's purely just because of climate, all the agricultural farming happening. So all of these things actually influence the flow of honey.
I understand,
This year also we've had a massive drought, and then also obviously all the fires that's happened in the Western Cape. Beekeeping, honey production is basically down by 25% of their annual production. So actually very hard for a company like us to find honey now because the honey is so little this year.
And I want to talk about that a little more, but when we come back after the ad break, we're going to get back into it and we'll start laying this cake. Mike, don't go anywhere. Do stick around. You too, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Only you can make my day.
What if your dessert came with a little extra and 2,000 Rand in your pocket? Stand a chance to win one of 3 2,000 Rand cash prizes, plus a smooth, creamy Country Fresh hamper. To enter, post a pickle video showing us how you add that extra to your favorite dessert using Country Fresh mango and vanilla alongside your pack. Tag @countryfresh_SA and @Expresso Show and use #CountryFreshDesserts. Competition closes midday 20 May. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Not feeling yourself? Fight back with one-day flu cure, packed with cinnamon power to blast flu symptoms fast, so you can power through your day.
You know what happens this time of the year, especially we're talking about flu, which is slowing you down. And if it is, then I think it's time to bring the heat with one-day flu care. Now, it's packed with cinnamon power. It helps tackle a blocked nose, body aches, and mild fever. So you can get back to your day feeling like yourself again. And, well, if you've got no time to pause life, well, don't worry. Then power through it with one-day flu care from Aspen. And it gets even better. Here's the best part. 20 lucky winners stand a chance to win 1,000 Rand in cash. And all you have to do is head over to the Aspen Cough and Cold Squad Facebook page and enter the competition. It's one-day flu cure. Blast the flu and keep it moving.
Not feeling yourself? Fight back with one-day flu cure, packed with cinnamon power to blast flu symptoms fast, so you can power through your day.
Well, Mzansi, it's just a moment before we hit 7 o'clock. It's time now to update you on your national and international news headlines. We get started in South Africa with the Department of Home Affairs that's pushing ahead with its digital transformation program to improve security and efficiency. Tabling his budget votes in the National Council of Provinces, Minister Leon Schreiber outlined reforms under the what is called Home Affairs at Home initiative, shifting from paper-based systems to biometric digital platforms. Now, smart ID replacements are already available at 167 bank branches, with plans to expand to 750 branches, including rural areas, and extend services to passports and first-time IDs. Now, a digital ID system will also allow secure smartphone access. In other news in our country, the Special Investigating Unit has welcomed the arrest of 3 suspects in Mpumalanga over alleged fraud linked to Unemployment Insurance Fund temporary employee relief scheme payments. Now, Fumu Msiska, his wife Gladness, and his brother-in-law Bongani Mkonto appeared in the Middelburg Magistrates Court on charges involving paying some 700 ghost employees over several months and fabricated claims. Authorities say about 26.9 million Rand was siphoned through fraudulent submissions. Now, the Mpumalanga High Court has frozen properties in Pretoria, Middelburg and White River, alongside vehicles, bank accounts and equipment. Taking a look further afield now onto the continent, fear is growing in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as suspected Ebola deaths rise and health authorities struggle to contain the outbreak. Now, the World Health Organization has deployed medical supplies and protective equipment to support testing and treatment efforts. Officials report more than 130 deaths, over 500 suspected cases, and 33 confirmed infections, with 2 cases also detected in Uganda. A WHO leadership warns the outbreak may have spread further than initially detected. Response teams are increasing surveillance to prevent a wider regional health emergency. In other news, tensions has escalated after reports that Israeli forces fired on vessels in an aid flotilla bound for Gaza, though Israel denies using live ammunition and says no injuries occurred. Organizers claim dozens of boats were intercepted and hundreds of activists detained, with some vessels continuing their journey. Israel says the naval blockade is lawful and insists only non-lethal measures were used after warnings. Now, the incident has intensified diplomatic friction amid ongoing humanitarian concerns in Gaza, where shortages persist and millions remain displaced in harsh living conditions. Now, let's close off over here, bringing it back home, where South Africa has once again blossomed into global glory after winning gold and the coveted Best Exhibit Award at the prestigious RHS Chelsea Flower Show in London. Now, the breathtaking display titled Life After Fire was created by celebrated landscape designer Leon Kluger and artist gardener Tristan Voetberg. Inspired by the Cape's resilient fynbos ecosystem, the installation transformed scorched branches and burnt proteus skeletons into a spectacular celebration of both renewal and beauty. Now, more than 20,000 stems of indigenous flowers from across the Western Cape helped bring the display to life, while vibrant orchids, king proteas and rare blooms proudly showcase South Africa's extraordinary biodiversity to the world. Well, a big well done to Leon Kluger and his wonderful team. That is where we leave your 7 o'clock news. Let's get into those sporting highlights with Raul.
Well, we should definitely wrap those flowers up and give it to all the Gooners, because Arsenal will lift the Premier League trophy on Sunday after Manchester City failed to beat Bournemouth last night. Now, City needed a win to keep their title hopes alive 20 years. Now, in last night's other results, Spurs' relegation battle continues as they lost 2-1 to Chelsea. Well, we're going to carry on with football news right now and bring it to our African shores. Now, the draw for the 2027 AFCON qualifiers took place in Cairo yesterday, with South Africa drawn in Group D alongside Kenya, Guinea and Eritrea. Now, with Kenya securing automatic qualification as tournament hosts, only the next best top-placed nation in Group D will book their place in next year's tournament. Now, the opening round of qualifiers will take place between the 21st of September and the 6th of October. Well, moving from all soccer news to rugby action, and definitely excitement abates as we look forward to some matches. And Springbok head coach Rassie Erasmus was awarded the National Order of Ikhamanga in gold by the presidency yesterday. Now, the honour recognises South African citizens who have excelled in the field of arts, culture, literature, music, journalism and sport. And Erasmus and the Springboks will return to action on the 20th of June when they face the Barbarians. Well, lastly, for this edition of All Things Sport, we move to the world of tennis, and it's definitely heating up. Now, two-time Wimbledon champion Carlos Alcaraz has withdrawn from this year's tournament due to an ongoing wrist injury. Now, Alcaraz has been sidelined since suffering the injury at the Barcelona Open last month. And the world number 2 had already ruled himself out of Roland Garros, which begins on the 31st of May. Well, we'll touch on sport again in the next hour, but for now, though, many of you heading out on the roads, and here's the latest when it comes to all things traffic. Yeah, so let's see what's happening on the roads this morning, Mzansi, and let's get you to work safely. We're going to start off in Goodwood, Cape Town. Now, there seems to be congestion, which has been reported on the N7 South Ramp, and that's onto the N1 inbound at Wingfield Interchange. Now, motorists should expect delays through the area and are advised to remain patient when passing through. We're going to stick to Cape Town and move to Woodstock now, and it looks like roadworks are currently underway on the N1 outbound at Lower Church Street. Now, this with a lane closure currently in place, but no delays are being reported just yet, but you are advised to drive with caution when passing through. I think for anybody heading out on the roads, buckle up, stay safe, and plan your routes accordingly. From the road to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. And we're going to roll on to Polokwane to see what's happening on your side of town. And Wednesday brings you partly cloudy skies, temperatures starting at a low of 8 degrees, rising to a high of 23. And looking ahead, tomorrow will bring you mostly cloudy skies with temperatures ranging between 9 degrees and 22 degrees. Not too much rain, so get out in the sunshine and make the most of it. Over to Klerksdorp next today, you can expect mostly sunny skies and opportunities to celebrate outdoors. Temperatures beginning at a low of 6, reaching a high of 22 degrees. And looking ahead to the coming days, sunny skies seem to dominate with temperatures in the highs of 20s or roughly around the 20s. And it looks like no rain expected. Over in Pretoria, mostly cloudy skies are what you're in for today. Temperatures range between a low of 9 and a high of 22 degrees. Looking ahead, you can expect mostly sunny skies with cloud formations here and there scattered throughout the week, but it looks like good weather all round in Pretoria. Moving over to Johannesburg next, Jersey today unfolds under mainly sunny conditions. Temperatures will start from 6 degrees, rising to a set 18 for your max. And going into the rest of the week, you can expect temperature highs in the high teens, with lows remaining at 7 degrees all the way up until the weekend into Saturday. Over in Mbombela, the skies seem to remain partly cloudy for most of the day. Your temperatures are going to be ranging from a chilly 10 degrees, but then warming up to a nice 22 maximum. Now, the next few days bring you cloudy skies with temperature highs in the low to mid 20s over in Mbombela. Moving to Bloemfontein next, and a bright and mostly sunny day lies ahead with subtle northeasterly winds coming through to your side of town. Now, your temperatures will rise from a low of 6, rather chilly indeed, and moving to a high of 21 degrees. Over the next week, though, a cloudy, humid trend takes hold through to Friday, bringing highs in the high teens to low 20s. Moving to the coast now in Richards Bay today, you can expect partly cloudy skies, rain forecast at 50%. Now your temperatures range between a cool 16 degrees, but moving up to a comfortable 23 degrees for your max. Tomorrow brings you partly sunny conditions with temperatures ranging between 16 and 24 degrees out on the coast. Sticking to the coastline and moving down to Durban now, you can expect some passing afternoon showers today. Looks like it's coming through on the coast. Temperatures starting from 15 degrees, climbing to a pleasant 23 degrees. And if we look into the week, you can expect sunny skies tomorrow, while Friday and Saturday turn cloudy and humid. From Durban, we move to Mthatha next, back in the inland, and afternoon showers are expected later in the day, chanced at 15%. Now, temperatures are climbing from a cool 10 degrees to a high of 21 degrees for your maximum for the day. But over the next coming days, cloud cover and humidity levels will increase. You've got temperatures remaining in the low to mid-20s. Over in Uba, formerly known as Craddock, light showers are expected during the afternoon with subtle northwesterly winds coming through. Now your temperatures move between a nippy 8 degrees and a high of 21 for your maximum. And the next few days bring you cloudy and rainy conditions with rain forecast at 40% come Friday. Over in Kugompo City, formerly known as East London, today you are in for some thundery skies. It looks like the coastline's very wet indeed. 45% chance of rain. Temperatures rising from a cool 16 to a set 22 degrees. And at the rest of the week, you can expect intervals of cloudy and sunny conditions with temperature highs in the low 20s. Out in GQ, Baja expects scattered thunderstorms with noticeable easterly winds. Now, temperatures are going to be ranging from a low 14 and only moving up to a high of 21 degrees for your max. And looking ahead from tomorrow, it brings cloudy and rainy conditions chanced at 40%, which will ease as the week progresses. Moving over to George now, and scattered thunderstorms are on the cards today with rain chanced at 25%. Now temperatures are rising from a cool 13 degrees and only moving up to a high of 21 for your maximum. Now the days ahead bring intervals of sunshine and clouds with temperature highs in the high teens to low 20s. The mother city, Cape Town, is next and expects mainly cloudy skies today, along with morning thunderstorms. Your temperatures range between a low of 13 and a high of 22 degrees today. But if we look ahead, the coming days, you can expect cloudy skies to stick around with temperature highs in the high teens. It looks like the end of the week might bring some surf. Definitely pray for that. Over in Sutherland, it's going to be a thundery day, 45% chance of rain. Temperatures move from a biting 7 degrees and doubles up to only a high of 14. Our brighter days are not far off, with mostly sunny skies ahead and temperatures peaking in the mid-teens out in Sutherland. Let's move to Kimberley next, and it looks like Wednesday is bringing mostly sunny skies. Definitely different to what's happening on the coast. Our temperatures range from a brisky 9 degrees to a high of 22 for today. And looking at the coming days, it looks like there's going to be some cloudy and humid conditions with temperature highs in the low 20s. Over in Uppington up next today, you can expect some afternoon showers with moderate northeasterly winds coming through in your side of town. The temperatures for today start at a low of 15 degrees, but it rises to a nice warm 26 degrees. Mainly sunny skies dominate the days ahead, and tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 12 and 24 degrees. The rest of the weather patterns are what you can see right now across the country, but of course, this brings anticipation for one of the best parts of the morning, if I do say so myself. It's the sunrise view of the hour. And Carrie Holtschozen, all the way from Sea Point, came through with this. Before the sun even rises, Cape Town is looking so good. The promise of the promenade in all its glory today. You can see the hues of orange and bright yellows just about to illuminate the entire day. 22 degrees of temperature is what you can expect on your side of town today. But again, thank you so much for sending this incredible view to us. Do you think you can do better? Well, from your lens to our screen, why don't you share your sunrise view with us, no matter where you are in the country or even the world. And you can use the number 0630369649. Why? Because we just love to see where you start your day and to get elevated.
And we are looking to get elevated along with our bees. We've got delicious honey here, even a piece of a honeycomb with the honey dripping on out of it. It looks fantastic. And over here, of course, we've got our Cedarburg citrus honey and our African
Beechwood.
And
honey. I want to see, can you taste the difference? I mean, can you taste the difference? Of course you will. But I want you to see just how dramatic the two different tastes are.
Okay, so here is the citrus.
Uh-huh.
I've never done a honey tasting before.
Talking about that citrus. That is like, it takes over all your
my
senses,
gosh.
right?
That's delicious.
It's weird to say. Like, I want to say it tastes South African, that citrus one.
Okay.
How's that African
Of course, I can
beetroot?
taste the difference.
Whoa, how's that one?
Whoa. That one's like bold.
What's her name?
Delicious.
What's her name?
Her name is Letitia.
Wow. And the citrus one?
This one's a lighter one.
Her name is?
Give me like Valerie.
I like
It's really
it.
good.
That is such a good way to put
I love
it.
both of them equally. I cannot choose one. I can imagine it on my oats, on my cheese, just on its own, in my tea. Thank you so much for that experience. I do appreciate you. On the other side of this break, we're going to experience how we can turn our gardens into being more bee-friendly going forward. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, you beautiful people and all my nature warriors out there, it's time to stand up and celebrate, because today we're celebrating the vital role that bees play in sustaining life on Earth. Celebrating today, and I think not just today, but let's echo this sentiment right throughout the year. Now, everything from pollinating the food we eat to keeping our ecosystems and gardens thriving, this is why they are so important. So joining us, we have Michelle from Sun and Soil, a Cape Town-based garden coach and designer with a background in botany and pollination ecology. Now, after completing her master's at UCT and working internationally as a lecturer and nature guide, she now helps people create biodiverse, wildlife-friendly spaces right here at home. So, Michelle, welcome. How are we doing?
Thank you. I'm good. It's very early in the morning, so I actually struggled to get some plants that were
alive and awake.
They were still sleeping.
I first want to hop on the fact that like you are a nature and a garden coach. That's like the coolest thing ever, man. Like I know I have coaches in fitness and that's my world, but this is a job I want to start getting into. This is cool.
Everybody wants to spend time in their gardens, but a lot of people are really nervous about killing stuff.
Yes.
We all kill stuff. It's part of the learning process.
Okay, because there's a lot of us out there like, oh man, I can't even keep one pot plant alive. But let's talk about why we're having this conversation. Obviously, everybody knows about the honeybee, right?
Yes.
But why is it so important to have a diversity of bee species around, especially when it comes to our gardens, urban spaces, or just general spaces in general? And I mean, looking at this board right here, there's a whole lot that I had no awareness of whatsoever. There's a lot of bees out there.
And that's only a fraction.
Well, there's more.
It's so many more. We have over 1,000 bee species. South Africa is a bee hotspot.
Whoa.
So often people only know about honeybees.
Yeah.
There are 2 species out of that
Of
over
the
1,000
odd that are available.
I think it's 1,200 officially, but you know these things always change.
Okay.
So we're not only thinking about honeybees. Also, a lot of people are a little bit scared about getting stung.
Yes.
So if you're wanting to attract bees into your garden, being a wildlife haven, but you're a little bit worried about getting stung, solitary bees, of which there are many, many, many species.
Ooh, this could be Mzansi's new best bee.
Exactly.
Solitary bees,
Solitary bees, they're super cute. Some of them have very fluffy bums.
Nice, they got like pants on.
Exactly, and they're solitary, so they don't make big hives. So you just have little individuals like buzzing around your garden. What is really important to understand about a lot of the solitary bees, especially when you're planting your garden, is that some of them only have a foraging range of like 100 meters.
Oh, whoa.
So for me, that's me and my neighbors.
Jeez, yeah, so you've got to make it lekker for the bees then, right?
Exactly. If you think about how hard they are working, those little wings are going really hard and they get a tiny little sip of nectar from each plant. So when you are planting your garden and you want to support these bees like one little petunia, not going to cut it.
So let's talk about that. And I think, especially if we look at the realistic scenario of many people out there, we don't have big gardens. We don't have big spaces, sometimes just urban spaces. If you're blessed enough, you've got a garden. But I think regardless of either situation, how can you maybe like promote a space that encourages more bees to pull through, more of these like non-stinging bees as well, more of the different species? Can we do something in our space to promote that?
Absolutely, and the key is generosity, right?
Generosity.
Generosity.
More the merrier.
Space. More the merrier. I also had a small balcony at one stage, living in concrete jungle, and you can still find space to plant.
So a balcony is more than enough space?
Balcony is more than enough space. The trick is pots. So this is a lovely plastic pot. Obviously, if you're on a balcony, you're worried about weight.
Yeah.
But so I always recommend the biggest pot you can carry up.
Because that's going to stay like sturdy.
This is going to be...
Cape Town's wind will knock it around
This
as
is
well.
going to be your base. Okay, let's pretend we're on a balcony in Cape Town.
Yes.
Right?
Hold on!
You got to think about the wind.
Yeah.
So what I would do, I would cluster a bunch of the biggest pots possible, right? Because they also hold water for longer. So you're not going to be, if you've got all these little tiny pots, they're going to dry out so quickly.
It's like a higher maintenance thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
so
a loss.
a nice big pot, and then a diversity of plants in the pot, right? With different shapes and colors. So bees will go for anything they can find, but ideally, we're looking for plants with blue flowers.
But are
or
these
yellow
specific
flowers.
plants that now like sort of invite them?
Yeah, the way their eyesight works.
Yeah.
Blue and yellow, white sometimes, into the purples.
Ooh, so they like colors.
Yeah, red is actually reserved for kind of bird-pollinated plants. Bees will often rob the bird-pollinated plants if that's all there is.
The last resort.
Exactly,
So
but we're going to try...
Don't be angry in the garden with a red face because you're going to put the bees off, right?
So we're going to try. So your first port of call, if you're planting up for bees, blue and yellow, right? That's the first thing you're going to look for.
And any blue and yellow can do?
Then we're going to look at the plant shape,
Ooh,
right?
okay.
So flowers all have different shapes. We've got this beautiful, look at this little guy with his fluffy tongue.
Yeah.
Right? We've got the salvia, which actually, this is super cool because the anther is sticking out here.
It's like inviting you like a little tease.
He has to go in. So
Step inside,
I love this because this is for a slightly bigger bee. So like a carpenter bee.
And like a little landing pad for it
It's a
to
little
sit on.
landing pad. He sits on here, he sticks his head in there to suck the nectar, and then he gets a little pat of pollen on his fluffy bum.
Oh my word, it's perfect
It's so
design,
cool,
right?
hey? Yeah, exactly, right?
Incredible.
So we're looking for open flowers. The simplest thing to go for is a daisy, right? So we've got Felicia. This is a daisy that's you can use wherever you are in South Africa,
Sure.
basically, pretty widespread. This little Senecio will grow in semi-shade, so sun, semi-shade. So you can also plant things up
Yeah.
in shady spots. And the reason we want the daisy, it's nice and open, right?
So it's like, come at me, hello. It's like showing it off, right?
And you can go for different sizes because we have different size bees.
Yeah.
So if you don't want big bees, go for a smaller flower.
And I think for me, what has been probably the biggest sentiment taking away from why we need to plant and why we need to invite these various species of bees. I mean, why would you want bees in your garden? I think when you look at the limited space that we have, when you look at how much humans are encroaching on so much of the free space and some of that open space that used to be kind of colonized by these bees, we need to step up and do our part, right? We're the ones that now need to fill that void, fill that gap, and doing that in our garden.
Whenever I go past like a big block of flats and I see all these balconies, they've got nothing on them, I'm like, oh my goodness, what happens if everyone had 1 or 2 pots like this with a nice, like this is like a small shrub tree, and a few things cascading over the edges, and that little bee who can't fly very far could hop from balcony to balcony to balcony.
This is incredible. This is an opportunity for us, Mzansi. So, Michelle, I can't thank you enough for coming through. I feel like we need so much more time to dive into this, but you can find online. You can find them and all the incredible information to help coach you into creating an incredible garden and doing your part to alleviate all the damage that we've caused as human beings and fill that void. Right now, though, it's not just this that we're getting excited about, but here's another good opportunity for your pocket. That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Absolutely, Raul. Listen, Mzansi, we want you to match your 6 lucky numbers and play Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 for 21 million rand. And that's in total estimated jackpots that goes down this Wednesday. So please don't delay. Play Lotto for an estimated 8.5 million rand. Then there's Lotto plus 1 for 5 million rand and Lotto plus 2 for 7.5 million rand today. Now you can buy your tickets. You could do so in store, or you can not even leave your house and head to this website, nationallottery.co.za. If you have a phone, go to your mobile app or even cell phone banking to make sure you can access your money. Now, all the details are on our Expresso social media pages. Go and check them out and make sure that you get yourself in the running to win absolutely big. 3 opportunities to win, in fact. There is the Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 for 21 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. Well, today on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, more to come when it comes to the bees. And we are talking about fighting. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yes, Raul is getting ready for a nice little boxing session as we're going to get ready to tackle those colds and flus with the winter season up and coming. We'll see you straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
That's right, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back to Expresso on S3. As we know, there's no denying it, winter is here. And with that comes the sniffles and sore throats and our body aches and those pounding headaches that really can slow you down day to day. Now, while we focus on the cold and flu itself, it's actually the pain and the discomfort that can make every day kind of challenging. And that's why we brought back our favorite pharmacist, Jackie Mayman, here to help us better understand how to manage these symptoms that many of us experience. Welcome back, Jackie.
Thank you very much, Carissa. Great to be here.
Now, we have to talk about this because I think it's almost unavoidable that many people are going to be impacted by colds and flus. So what are the most common types of pain that people experience when it does come to getting the cold or flu?
Absolutely. So the most common types are, and we would all have experienced these at some stage, sore throat, body aches, joint pain, sinus pressure, and sometimes even ear pain.
Yeah.
So we have a wide variety of different pains when we get colds and flus.
As if the sniffles are not enough. So we got to ask, why does it come with pain when we do get colds and flus? The discomfort, why is it there?
So when we get a cold or flu, it's a virus that's basically attacking our body. And the body's immune system releases chemicals to fight this off. And it's those chemicals that cause inflammation. And the inflammation causes the headaches, the sore throat, the body aches. So in actual fact, the pain and discomfort is a good sign that the body is fighting off the virus.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we don't necessarily like the discomfort and the pain.
Not even a little bit. When you're dealing with these symptoms, I mean, we're looking around going, I just want to lie in my bed all day. But what are the best ways that we can actually treat the illness, but also treat the pain quite effectively, that we make sure that we can show up?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So one of the most important things is to treat the symptoms early. You know, so many people, they try and rough it out.
Right.
And then the symptoms become overwhelming. So as soon as you start getting symptoms, treat it. If it's pain, headache, take a painkiller. Take something to bring the fever down. Because, in fact, the most important thing when you're fighting a virus is rest. And you can't rest if you're uncomfortable and in pain.
Right.
So treat those symptoms. It gives the body the chance then to recover. And it's more comfortable.
I like that you've reframed this, because many people, like you said, do rough it out and said, I'm one of those. I can fight this. I can do it with all my might and strength, but give your body a chance, right?
You're not doing yourself any favors.
No, I hope that you're listening closely, Mzansi. Now, a lot of people do try to push through their day. I mean, we've got responsibilities, we've got deadlines to catch as well. How important is it to actually treat our symptoms early? And what sort of symptoms pop up first for us to pay attention to?
Okay, so as mentioned, very important to treat the symptoms. We don't have to be heroes. We all want to be heroes, but you don't have to be a hero. So very often when you've got the cold and flu, you know, the first thing is a bit of a sniffle, bit of a scratchy throat, and maybe a mild fever. So it's at that point you need to take something. So take a good analgesic. If you're not sure what, go and ask your pharmacist, because obviously they're different analgesics. And also they're people with different conditions, different symptoms. You might be on medication. So please ask if you're not sure, but treat those symptoms, because as I mentioned, they become overwhelming. And you know, very often if you don't treat the early symptoms of colds and flu, they can escalate. You can end up with a bronchitis, a sinusitis, an ear infection.
Oh, no.
So it's important to treat it early.
I mean, and if you are the other side greeting us, Jackie, then we're happy to do so each and every time. I love that. Maybe a little tip that you can leave with us to make sure that we're in optimal health as we approach the colder season. What can we start doing to maybe prevent all of that?
All right. So look after yourselves.
Yeah.
The most important thing to keep a really healthy immune system is to keep hydrated, and I can't emphasize that enough. So many people with chronic headaches, when I actually speak to them, it's dehydration. So keep yourself hydrated, eat well, try and manage stress. That's always a difficult one.
Tough.
Get enough sleep and exercise. And you know, exercise doesn't have to be run a marathon.
Right.
It literally can just be a walk, but keep yourself moving. And I think if you do that and look after your body is your temple.
Right.
Then you'll get through the winter well. The other thing, get yourself vaccinated, especially if you are high risk, so pregnant, elderly, or if you've got some sort of non-communicable disease.
Right. Okay, and overdoing it? Can you overdo exercise if you're sick? I mean, should you still be pushing through?
So if you've got a viral infection, especially an influenza, do not exercise. The virus can actually attack the heart and you could end up in serious trouble. So the most important thing is to listen to your body, and your body will tell you. So rest. Don't do vigorous exercise when you're sick.
Jackie, that's really good to hear. And thank you for leaving those really important reminders that we need to stay hydrated. It gets a bit tough when it gets colder, but yes, water, movement, as well as eating well will get us far. We appreciate you every time you come through with the gems of knowledge. And Mzansi, it is important to stay ahead, especially during the colder months when these symptoms are so common and our bodies become more vulnerable, because when you manage the pain, it's so much easier to then take control of your day and recover a little bit more comfortably.
3 pains, 1 hero. Tri-Park, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
Now, you might be getting ready for your morning right now, already on the move when pain makes its presence felt. Now, that is when Tri-Park makes all the difference. Tri-Park offers triple relief for headaches, toothache, and even colds and flu. Now, it's ready to work in just 8 seconds, so you can keep your morning moving. Tri-Park, it's the pain powder that Gogo trusts to keep close, ready when the everyday pain does hit.
3 pains, 1 hero. Tri-Park, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
Just in time, bro. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Dom is in the house. Mzansi, and I've obviously gotten changed. I don't just wear this vest for nothing. I'm trying to just look the part and hopefully be the part, because we're going to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, baby, and doing all of that for a great cause. And you get to join in on this conversation and also on this movement. On top of this, we've got lots of tips and lots of beautiful moments for you to celebrate right after this. Get warm, get ready. We'll see you after the break.
Sip, scan, and you could score your way to the biggest FIFA World Cup ever. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, you. Yes, you beautiful soul. How you doing? Welcome back. Your feel-good breakfast show. And let's keep this energy going, because this week, we've been stepping into the world of sports commentary thanks to Dove's Girls Talk competition. Now, it's empowering young women to own the mic, back their voices, and break into the game with confidence.
It's true. And honestly, it's been such an exciting ride. I mean, yesterday we had Tara Lee here on the couch, also teaching us the ways when it comes to it. But great commentary is about more than just the energy. It's about knowing the game inside out. And confidence grows when you understand the action, the players, and the moments that truly matter. So as official partners of the FIFA 2026 World Cup, Dove is actually helping us sharpen our football knowledge ahead of the tournament. So now it's time to put those skills to the test. I feel like this is unfair because you know everything. Raul and I played soccer on Friday, and this guy was a superstar.
Hey, hang on, this you girl.
I mean,
hello
I
now.
tried
I
my
was
hand.
absolutely impressed. Both you and G actually. I was like, hey, well, firstly, G lied about his back. That guy's fine. He was acting like a teenager all weekend. And then obviously, Carissa, I didn't know you like. I don't play soccer or whatever. Girl had moves. Girl was a footwork.
My
I
hubby
was
took
impressed.
me out there and taught me some footwork.
So now we just need the lingo, and then we sorted, right?
Okay, so this is how it works. A common soccer term appears on screen and we must define it, but also use it in a sentence as though we were commentating. The correct terminology will then appear on the screen to see who was the closest.
Whoa, this is hectic. Okay.
This is not fair.
So the first one is nutmeg.
Now you go first.
Okay. So I'm just going to use it in a sentence, right? I guess.
Yeah, first explain what it is.
I'm going to explain it like this. It's a shibobo. So if you're South African, you'll know what a shibobo is, okay? If you don't know what a shibobo is, here's a sentence, okay? So I'm going to use like our guys in the team. So Peter passes the ball to Shawnee. Shawnee gets tackled by Zoe. Zoe passes it through. She does a little skill. She meets Chadwin and then kicks it through his legs. Oh, shibobo, nutmeg. Oh.
Okay, a player kicks the ball through an opponent's legs and gets it on the other side. I've only heard of it ishibobo.
You never, ever want this to happen to you, ever. It is the most humiliating thing that can happen to you in the game of soccer. If this happens to you, walk off the field. Make this move and ask for a sub because your game is done. If you get ishibobo or nutmeg,
oh, it's bad.
People can be speaking about it for weeks.
Okay, here's the next one. Brace. Go, Raul.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Brace yourself. Okay, brace. Maybe you are knocking into somebody?
No, it's got something similar to do with a hat trick, but not quite there.
A hat trick. A hat trick?
You know what a hat trick is?
When you kick the ball.
So you scored 3 goals as a player. That's a hat trick. That's a huge thing. As a striker, any player, that's a very good thing.
Yes.
Now, our brace is like almost there, but not quite there.
Okay, it's
so
2 goals.
Yeah, it's 2 goals.
When one player scores 2 goals in a single game.
Yeah, how do you think you'd use it in a sentence?
So there goes Ryle. He braced.
Firstly, no.
No.
So either I got a brace, I scored a brace.
You scored a brace, okay.
It was a beautiful brace by Chadwin after he was ishiboboed. He came back. That kind of vibe, yeah.
That's a brace for him. He's on fire.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting it.
Okay, you got the next one.
Okay. This is what everybody wants.
A clean sheet.
Yeah, you want this, okay?
Yeah, hygiene is important.
So, like, Pirates on the weekend, they didn't want this on the opposite side.
Okay.
They wanted to score goals. Unfortunately, it was a clean sheet on both sides, all right? So, a clean sheet is essentially when no one scores any goals. So, like, if your team doesn't concede and I don't score any goals against you, you kept a clean sheet.
Is it like a draw?
Not necessarily a draw, because if I score a goal and you score a goal, that's 1-1, that's a draw. But that's not a clean sheet.
It's nil on both sides, that's a clean sheet.
Either side. So in a sentence, it would be like Carissa's team kept a clean sheet for this game.
Oh, I see, I got it,
My team did not, because we got a goal scored against us.
Right, you got a dirty sheet.
Yeah, dirty sheets, there we go. Clean your sheets, guys.
Clean your sheets. Okay, the next one is a set piece. Eish, now we're playing chess.
What do you think? Think strategy, think like formations.
Okay, it's when the coach tells you how to run on the field.
Yeah, I think that's pretty close. Yeah, so a set piece is like you get a penalty, a corner, or a free kick, and you form or you exercise a pre-planned gameplay.
Right.
So like, okay, on this corner, I'm not going to kick it in the box. I'm going to ask Carissa to sit at the top of the D.
Yeah.
I'm going to send one all the way through. Everyone's going to think it's a bad free kick, but you waiting there,
waiting.
laces for the volley, top net.
That's what happened on Friday, actually.
Yeah.
They told me stay in the top left corner.
That's what you did all weekend.
And I just stayed there.
That was you.
And I almost scored a goal, man. Listen.
You were just perfecting the team formation and the set pieces.
Oh, I love
Nice.
that. Okay, I learned something new, Riley. I'm here for it. Okay, our confidence is boosted right now, and that's what we want when we head into FIFA 2026.
I think it's about the conversation, and it doesn't matter if you're a boy, girl, anything in between. It's about celebrating soccer and these incredible moments. And I think that's what Dove Girl Talk is here for as well, because now it's giving a chance for the girlies to be a part of the conversation too.
True.
You're not just going to be playing as well as Carissa, you can also talk the talk, and you can help build knowledge, skills, and the confidence to step into the moment fully prepared.
It's not just about learning the game, which we're doing every day, okay? Have grace. It's about owning your place in it too, and we can't wait to see that happen.
Dove, sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026, is looking for the next female voice in sports. Discover more at dove.com/ZA.
All right, the energy is absolutely prime. We're having good conversations about movement. So now I think it's only fitting that we get some movement in. And in keeping with things bees, for our workout this morning, we're taking inspiration from one of the most iconic quotes in sporting history. Check this out.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Hey, rumble, young man, rumble.
Oh, that is absolutely right. Rumble, young man, rumble. And that's why we're stepping into the world of boxing, being inspired by Muhammad Ali, the great himself. And we're talking about a space where speed, skill, and stamina are all a part of the game. Now, from lightning fast combinations to fancy footwork, it's full body workouts that pack a punch, and you'll get them all in the world of boxing. So we had to bring in a big gun, one of the very best, joining us in the ring to put me through my paces, show us how to get our box on and how the pros maybe do it. We've got boxing coach Dom Ferreira in the building. How you doing, bro?
Good to you. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic, man. Listen, before we even get into anything, I think we need to just quench ourselves because, hello, we're about to move over here, right?
Definitely.
Cheers to that, man.
Cheers.
Cheers to the opportunities we have. And the fact that we get to use this body to move. I love being humbled. I love not knowing something and being taught in the process. And I think boxing is exactly that. We all think we can hold a punch, but when it comes to technique, when it comes to putting your ego aside, whoa, there's a lot to learn. Dom, I think everybody out there in Mzansi especially would love to know how to defend themselves or maybe just get into the world of boxing. So just like Muhammad Ali, teach me some of the swag, the skills, make me look smooth and help me protect myself, bro. What do you got for us?
So I got a little workout. It's going to teach you basic combos and then add a little bit of exercises and just a little bit of a crash course on boxing, what you need to do.
Okay.
And yeah, I look forward to it.
Let's go, man. And obviously boxing is not just about punching and just like fighting. There's actually a lot of conditioning involved. You have to do exercises, is that correct?
100%. And you got to also love the road. You got to do your road works daily. Most important thing is also discipline. You can't miss your sessions.
Consistently being disciplined.
100%.
All right.
100%.
So let's share some of that energy. Let's get Mzansi discipline. We're entering winter feels now, so everybody needs a reason to get out of bed. What are we doing? And I'm putting gloves on?
No, not yet.
Ooh, okay.
Okay,
cool.
so what we're going to do is we're going to first start with our stance.
Nice.
Okay, so we're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart.
Okay.
So if you are right hand, you want your back, your right foot behind. If you're left-handed, you want your left foot back. So what we're going to do is you're right-handed.
Yes.
So we're going to take a step back with your right.
So it's just like the stance, the power
100%.
stance. I feel very stable and grounded.
Yeah.
I
So
like
what
this.
you want to do is you want to have your knees slightly bent. That helps you with your balance and generates the power. So obviously if someone tried to throw a punch at you, you want to be able to absorb
I can
it.
move, yeah.
So we're going to start off by bringing your hands back to your chin, okay?
hands
And
up,
then you're going to think you got a glass in your hand. And at the end, you're going to pour the glass down, okay? We're going to start with the left hand.
Okay.
So we're going to pour that glass, okay? Start with the left hand. Now we're going to go with the right hand. A little bit different with the right hand. We're going to turn our hip.
Hey, you got your whole body into this one, right?
You have to. You got to generate
Why are
the
you
power.
boxing with your legs, bro?
Your power all comes from your hips.
Ah, so you're throwing
Yeah, a lot
that
of people
power.
think it's in your arms. It's actually all in your hips.
Yeah,
so you
so
engage
you-
in your core when you throw. And when you throw, I want you to squeeze your core and then breathe out. So we're going to start with a basic combo. It's called jab, cross.
Jab,
so we're going to
cross,
go
right?
jab,
Jab,
cross.
cross.
We're going to do that 2 times. Okay? Now we're going to add the left hook. Okay? So I always tell my clients when you throw in the left hook, it's like you're hugging someone.
So we got the jab, you got the cross,
And then we're going to do the left hook. So it's like you're hugging someone, turn your knuckles in. Okay, so we're going to go jab, cross, left hook. And we're going to do that for 3 times.
All right.
Okay, so jab, cross, left hook. Jab, cross, left hook. jab, cross, left hook. Now we're going to squat. So when you squatting, you must imagine someone's trying to throw a punch at you.
Oh, we're going to dodge
So
it?
we're going to squat and just get under the punch.
The real Matrix moves, not the
100%,
movie stuff.
100%.
Okay. Show me how that squat works
So it's
exactly,
literally
right?
a slight little bend. You want to think that you're going under the punch.
Oh, you're like
just
ducking and diving.
100%.
Ah, okay, cool.
Okay, so we're going to go one, two, left hook, squat down, and as we come up, we finish them with the right hand.
Ooh, a sneaky righter there. No one saw that coming, Tom. Okay.
So we're going to go
combinations. One,
left, right, hook, squat,
sneaky.
come up. That's it. So we're going to do
okay.
that for 3 times.
1, 2, hook.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. One more.
Ba, ba, wa. Yeah.
Okay, now with the same movement with your feet, we're going to squat and we're going to turn to the side. That's called a slip. So you're going to imagine you got straight punches coming. We're just going to drop our knees and then drop our shoulder down to our right side.
So almost like a bit of a rotation there.
100%.
Like.
So boxing's all about setting up your punch. So if I'm slipping, I'm dropping to my right side to come up with my right hand.
Always
if I
ready
was
for the
slipping
next
to the
move.
left, I would slip to the right.
Ah, and then that brings that flow.
100%.
That float like a butterfly,
100%.
sting like a bee. This is starting to make sense. Okay, so those are great combinations that you'd obviously enforce. This is good for shadow boxing. But again, I feel like conditioning alone, you get a workout out of that, right?
No, 100%. I mean, shadow boxing is one of the most important things for boxing. I think that's where you develop your technique, your fundamentals, your range, your balance. A lot of people don't really do that. They think
And
it's
that's
just
the
pads.
visualization as well.
So pads is a dessert. Okay, the hard stuff is the shadow boxing and the bag work.
Oh, are we ready for dessert yet?
Yeah, let's
okay,
go.
we've got a little bit of time. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, gloves are going on. Boom, boom, boom. Obviously, this is not a crazy real fight, so I don't need to like pad up and put all the other
not
crazy
yet,
things
not
on, right? Okay, cool.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into
always
the...
feels incredible when you put gloves on. It's like, okay, now I'm ready.
So what we're gonna do is you're gonna go, in your stance, you're gonna go left hand. Remember,
hand.
pour in that cup. As
Pour
you're
the cup.
about to land, you're just gonna pour it down. And then right hand. Okay, so we're gonna do a combo so that the viewers can also do it at home.
All
So
right,
we're
let's
gonna
get
go...
inspired. So
So we're gonna start with left, right.
Left, right.
Then we're gonna go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna go up to 10, eh? So
Okay.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I want you to go a little bit harder.
Okay.
Imagine you don't like me. Let's go.
Well,
8.
that's hard though, Dom. Come on, look at this pretty
I'm
face.
sure you can. So we're gonna go for 8, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Last one,
Okay.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice.
Hey, I'm feeling that, bro. You gotta put effort into it when you go
100%.
fast and harder.
And the most important thing with boxing is you got to do it with the right technique. Because you're feeling it, because you're using the right technique. You're engaging your hips, you're engaging your core. It's a full body workout from your toe all the way up.
Feel like I'm ready for a match. No, I'm lying. I'm not ready for a match.
We
I'm
can
ready-
set it up. We can set it up.
But dude, just this feeling alone, it's so empowering. It's such an awesome opportunity. And I think, Mzansi, this is what it's about. We want you to rumble, young man, rumble. Now, you're one of the bestest. This is on the bestest show ever. And I think this is an opportunity for all of us to grab those power aids, scan the code, and you could score tickets to the bestest FIFA World Cup 26 ever. You can feel it all with Coca-Cola. The T's and C's do apply, so go get it right now. But for now, though, I'm just loving the fact that we get combinations on. And if you want some more boxing action and want to upgrade yourselves, then reach out to Dom Ferreira. This man is an absolute champion. He's training some of the very best. And if you reach out to him online, he might have some space for you. Just maybe. All right, let's do that combination again, bro. What are we starting
on?
on?
1, 2, left hook.
Okay,
so
1, 2, left hook.
Nice.
Ooh, one.
Left first, left.
Left.
1, 2, hook. Now I want you to turn your body on that hook.
Okay.
1, 2, hook. Nice. Go again. Nice. Go for the-
Think it's just another day? Well, not anymore, because I could be pulling up to your door next. Spin and win up to 20,000 Rand, plus an extra 2,000 Rand if you have a World Sports Betting account, and another 2,000 Rand if you can hit a small dance challenge with me. To enter, all you have to do is head over to the competition post of Expresso's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages, and all you have to do is follow the prompts. And not signed up yet? Well, head to wsb.co.za, use the promo code THEBEAT50 to get a free 50 Rand sports bet. World Sports Betting, bet to the beat. I'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, you beautiful people. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and welcome back to all the hype. We'll be talking about the FIFA World Cup 2026. And I mean, the countdown is literally on. We're talking about the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which continues. And today our World Cup road trip rolls into Boston. Now, it's a city where sport isn't just entertainment, it's practically a personality trait. Now, we're talking about a space that is home to the Celtics, the Red Sox, the Brains, and the Patriots. I think Boston knows a thing or two about getting the W. We're talking about winning. So joining us this morning are Laura from New York, as well as Lucy from St. Louis, who both play football here in the mother city. So firstly, good morning, ladies. How are we doing?
Good. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Soccer players, real ones. I love the fact that we're here showing up. Yeah. What's it been like playing out here in the mother city, by the way?
Sure. It's the best. I think, yeah, there's so much chaos. I use that word.
Yeah.
What about you?
I love it here. I mean, the girls, the energy, everyone's so friendly, and the competition's also fantastic.
I love how we've South Africanized you. The first thing you said was, yo. I'm like, yeah, we got it. Maybe I can ask you this. Let's talk about it. Boston, obviously, it's a city that is well known for sport, but let's talk about the energy, the gears that you mentioned, and what we can expect if we were to touch down in Boston.
Yeah, listen, Boston lives and breathes sport all year round. So it's an incredible city to host the World Cup. I think energy-wise, you're probably going to get huge passion, loud. Boston fans are notoriously known for big pre and post-match.
Oh,
like
okay, the whole thing, the whole journey.
Yeah, the build-up, the celebration. So I think in the end, when the other fans join in the mix, it's going to feel like one big international block party.
And I know, like, in football games, American football, there's this thing called tailgating, right?
Yes.
Where everyone rocks up. And is that kind of similar with the soccer? Like, it doesn't even matter if you're in the stadium.
No.
Outside car park, there's a vibe all around, right?
The kegs are flowing. Yes. I mean, what else? Cornhole.
Bags of wine.
Bags of wine.
Oh, it's a proper
Chirping.
celebration. Now, one thing that's awesome is obviously the US men's national team will have home support, and obviously a lot of peeps behind them in the World Cup, right? I think even support from other countries too. But how do you think they're going to fare as a team realistically against all these other incredible nations that are going to be a part of the World Cup? What do you guys really think here? How is the States going to do?
Listen, I think technically they are a better team than in the past.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they're going to do well because it's home ground and the crowd behind them. I think they'll do well to get through the group stage and into the next rounds. But after that, it's going to be tough fare because I think, yeah, the quality of the other teams is just so high.
I can definitely agree with that. I mean, the States and the players that we're getting from that league is just incredible. The league itself, I mean, since Messi's been there now and Beckham, it's just been doing incredible things. So it seems to me that, yes, that is definitely the case. But I think all around the world, everybody's increasing in their potential. We look at some of the big games happening, and especially when we look at Boston. There's a big one I want to look at. It's England up against Ghana. Now, talk on the streets is that England are saying it's finally coming home. And I don't know if you've heard this in the world of football.
Yeah.
They are the biggest talkers in this game.
Yeah.
And I think it's almost 60 years of empty promises since they've last picked up this title. How do you think England will fare being out in the States and having another, let's call it, opportunity to shut the rest of the world up?
Yeah.
Lucy?
I think they've got a good chance this time around. I think now that Southgate's out and Tuchel's in, and they've got Rice and Bellingham in the middle, and I think Harry Kane's been having a great...
Let's see if we can replicate this.
Okay.
So
let's start with the easy one.
Yeah.
There's a word called wicked. Well, you say wicked.
Wicked.
And it basically just means like very, really. So you'd say, you know, the Boston fans are wicked passionate.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Like Expresso is just like a wicked cool show.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
And then
Anything
the
else,
other
Lucy?
one
Yeah?
would be, if you can repeat, park the car at Harvard Yard.
Park the car at Harvard Yard.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Is that just a thing that people say?
Well, you're just saying park the car at Harvard Yard, but their accent, park the car
Park the
at Harvard
car
Yard.
at Harvard Yard.
You do it well.
It's a lot of like, what is that word? Upward inflection on like those end notes. Park the car.
There's no R's. either.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no R.
No r at all.
Nothing.
And that's a
Nothing.
big South African letter.
Yeah,
I love this. I'm thinking of some of those South African terms. I don't know if you know the term we were talking about earlier, like, you know, a nutmeg in sport, in soccer, when you go through the race. Have you heard of the term like ishibobo?
No.
So shibobo is literally the same. Can you say that?
Ishibobo?
Ishibobo.
Ishibobo.
Yeah, but do it with like, so bring it to your chest and go, ishibobo. Like, ugh.
Ishibobo.
Yeah! You're pretty much locals now, ladies. Thank you so much. I think this is an opportunity for us to just quench our thirsts. You can grab some of your cups there, and these limited editions are really awesome. We've got RSA out on the front of ours, and there's so many different variations that you definitely want to collect. So you can enjoy that right now while I talk to you, Mzansi, because come on. What day is it even? The show that keeps Mzansi awake wants you to do this. You want to crack open a Coca-Cola, scan that baby, right? And over here, you'll see that scanning option, which you want to do right now, and that will allow you to potentially win FIFA World Cup 26 tickets. All right, check out all the details, feed it all with Coca-Cola, and don't forget your T's and C's do apply. Cheers to Boston, and here's to parking the car in the yard. Cheers, ladies.
What a great conversation bringing us here. Another reminder to you, Mzansi, to match your 6 lucky numbers and play Lotto, Lotto Plus 1, as well as Lotto Plus 2, because listen, 21 million rand is waiting for you in total estimated jackpot. So let me break it down for you, because I don't want you to delay. Play Lotto for an estimated 8.5 million, Lotto Plus 1 for 5 million, and then you get Lotto Plus 2 for 7.5 million rand. It goes down today. Get your tickets right now when the stores open, nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, or even your cell phone banking. Now, all these details, of course, if you missed any, are on our social media pages at Expresso Shows, where you find them, to make sure that you get yourself in the running to win absolutely big by playing either one of the 3 or all of the above. Lotto, Lotto Plus 1, Lotto Plus 2. There's 21 million rand in total estimated jackpots waiting for you. Still so much more to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've got an artist that we want to introduce you to, because what is a Wednesday halfway to the weekend without some musical goodness? And then, of course, back to the kitchen for another season of the Culinary Hotline Bling. We'll see you straight after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
My Feel Good family, you are in for a treat today. After years of delivering some of Afrikaans music's biggest sing-along hits, including Rock Die Leifie Luister, it is Nicholas Lowe, and he is back with a bang, and he's bringing a vars nuwe chapter, and is filled with heart, energy, and eerlik storyvertelling. His latest music leans into love, connectie, and just the beauty om 'n bietjie stadig te gaan in die lewe, while still carrying the unmistakable sound that audiences have loved for years, and let me tell you, probably years to come. Everybody make some noise. It is Nicholas Lowe. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you very much.
Incredible, thank you. Jy het ons 'n bietjie kom kuier vandag.
Ja.
Ach, lekker. You've been in this industry for so long, and I think the incredible thing is that your audience is so loyal to you. Why do you think they love you for this amount of time, and what comes with the success?
Well, I think number one, it's blessing from above, and then also, you know, paying heed to your crowd, your following, and you know, writing outwards towards them and something that would entertain them and would work with the current sounds, always trying to be a trendsetter rather than a trend follower, but also keeping in tune with what is current now and then using that to your advantage. So, I mean, it's a complete science.
And talking about what is current now, how is your social media presence?
I'm not very good with
social media. That's a new ball game, correct?
Yeah, no, I'm not very good with social media. I try to be, but, you know, there's a lot more things involved in being an artist, a performing artist, that takes up so much of your time that it actually takes away my concentration from social media. I should actually pay more attention to that and do more on social media.
Cheers. And let's talk about your new single. It's called Akin Yay.
Yes.
When I listen to it, I'm just picturing two people just running out into the wilderness, enjoying life. What does the song mean to you?
Yes, well, it's the same type of thing. You know, I mean, the trend of the song is about, you know, a young couple and, you know, they're sitting at home, they may be a little bit bored or whatever. And then the guy goes like, listen, let's go for a drive.
I love it.
A night drive. And then they get on the road, on a gravel road, and they just enjoy driving together. Being, you know, husband and wife being girlfriend and boyfriend again.
Yes. And we were talking off screen. You said a friend actually wrote the song for you.
Yes.
But then you completely saw yourself and your wife in it.
Yes. Well, look, I mean, he wrote it for himself, actually. And then when he sent it to me, I thought to myself, I mean, the moment I heard the song for the first time, I thought to myself, I love the song. Aww. And then I thought to myself, I know his vocal range. He's more of a bass than a baritone bass, which I am. I'm a baritone bass. So I've got a few more notes at the top of my range than he has. And I spoke to him. I said to him, listen, I love the song. You've done great, you know, but I don't think you're going to be able to pull it off those high notes. And if we bring it down when we produce a song, if we bring it down, you're going to lose that punch. But I can reach those notes, and I really love the song. So, and then he offered. He said, "No, but you can take it. You can have it." So I was like, "Yes, that's wonderful." Yeah. So
and look at where we are now. It's
definitely,
your newest
I
single.
love the song, and I enjoy it very much.
Well, I mean, you love the song. I love the song. Why do you think all your fans and all the listeners resonate to it so much?
Exactly. You've used the right word now. It resonates with people. I think. You know, it's just that breaking away and just having a little bit of a mini vacation just for 2 or 3 hours, getting on the road, just taking a lekker drive. That's all it's about.
But we're now used to songs like Rock Die Leifie, which is very energetic. And then comes this one. It's raw, it's reflective. What's the change?
More organic.
Yeah.
It's more organic. Rock Die Leifie is very electronic. Maya He is very electronic. So all my biggest hits used to be very electronic with a little bit of organic elements. But as I'm getting older, you know, you have to evolve with your age. And with your crowd, you know, that you're following. And the thing is, I still strive to do those songs, but you have to kind of introduce your people to a new type of thing. You can think for yourself, if I'm 70 years old one day and I still want to perform and people still want to hear me, you know, doing Rock Die Leifie when you're 70 years old or 65 years old, you need the organic stuff as well, you know? Yeah.
Are you saying when you perform it at 60 or 70, are you saying for all the omas and opas who are dancing 60 and 70 in the audience?
All of us.
All of you.
But I have to say, you know, I mean, the people who follow my music have always been kind of from childhood up to 65, you know, and that's all obviously moved on in the last 20 years, you know. So, you know, the older generation also supports me, which is very humbling and well, what an honor, you know?
No, you've done it completely right, and that's why you're so successful, because you have this huge margin of fans from this age all the way through to the Omas and Opas.
Well, that's just paying attention, I think, you know, to what people like.
Sure, and talking about what people like, you've performed Akinye live.
Yes.
How has the reception been on that one live?
Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. And it fits into my live repertoire very well because it's still energetic.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh, exciting. What is the rest of the 2026 calendar and year looking like?
Well, hopefully, if I'm blessed enough, a few more releases, and obviously going on the road and doing the shows, bringing the music to the people, into their faces, rather than just over a microphone or, you know,
Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, or speakers, you know?
Yes.
But rather just being there while singing it for them.
Oh, well, lucky us, because we get to be right here when you sing it to us in a little while. Very excited. You'll be performing Akinye.
Yes.
Exciting. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you a bit later.
Okay, thank you.
There we go, my feel-good family. Whether it is a high-energy anthem fans grew up with or more personal storytelling of today, Nicholas Lowe, he continues to create music that connects across generations. And as I said, coming up a little later, we also get to enjoy a live performance right here at our Samsung DQX studio.
Welcome back into the kitchen for the second part of the culinary hotline. Bling! Things are still super sweet in the kitchen. We are talking everything honey. Mike Hammond in the kitchen with us, and we're about to put the finishing touches on our cheesy dessert honey cake. I think that's what we're going to call it that. But we still want to hear from you. If you have any questions for myself or for Mike, asking anything about honey, about bees, or about anything culinary actually, send that WhatsApp voice note to 063 036 9649. Mike, our cake is nearly done. Can we do a little swap? Okay, it's looking interesting, right?
Very interesting,
so
I must say.
We've got the breeze, we've got all that frosting in the middle, and I think it's important that I actually do say, South Africa, we've got the best of Mother Nature on set today, and all the animals are coming for it. We've had bees coming for the honey. We've had flies in the kitchen and muggies. They want the honey, but they're not getting it. You're not getting the honey. Okay, let's finish our cake. This is beautiful. Before I actually use this as a decoration, you want to talk us through this and you can actually hold it?
This is pretty much honey in its natural form, in the honeycomb. So when we know honey is ripe, you will see that it's sealed.
Okay.
Yeah, so when it's been dehydrated enough, when it turns into actual honey, when it's only between 16 to 18% water content. Remember I said it was when the nectar comes in, it's quite heavy water content. So when it's ripe, the bees have worked on it and processed it into honey. They seal it. So they cap it. So this is the capping, and that is from beeswax that the bees also produce. And beeswax, as you know, is widely used in cosmetics. And so this is when you know honey is ready and right. You can see the honey cells as the bees fold it up.
You can literally see the structures of how it was built. That is amazing.
So this honeycomb is actually from the peninsula, from the Cape Peninsula. And this is a tuat, so it's basically a eucalyptus honey. Very caramelly, nice butterscotchy notes, slight earthiness to it, and I just thought it would go very well with your dessert.
Absolutely. So do you have... I was going to pick it up with my hands, and that's fine.
If you want, yeah, do it.
What is the proper way to store honey? I mean, we're talking about the honeycomb, but if we're buying it in a jar, what is the best way to actually store it at home?
So at home, the ideal temperature would just be room temperature. You don't want to keep it in the fridge because it will obviously
That's important to know. Don't put it in the fridge.
Especially if it's a raw honey, because it is full of pollen, and all those little particles will actually help your honey to crystallize quicker.
Okay.
So nothing wrong with your honey when it crystallizes. It means it's pure. It means it's natural and it's good. Wow, look at that.
Hey.
So that stringiness is actually also an element of the eucalyptus honey. Every honey has a different DNA, basically. They all move different. They all taste different. They all feel different in the mouth. So this is a very, very nice honey, and that gooiness will just come through very nicely.
You can smell the honey. I think that's absolutely amazing.
Definitely, yeah.
You want to walk along, very top billing. You want to walk with me, walk Mike, come on over this side over here. So we're going to work on another recipe, this time a little savory. Actually, I want to, you stay right here. I want to grab some of your jars.
Grab the famous one.
There we go. Grab alles, Mike. Get all the jars.
Take
Come.
Take those.
There we go.
Cool.
We're going back to the other kitchen, other side. We're going to do something savory now. We've got some chicken wings, and we've coated in a bit of a corn crumb. We're going to do a honey soy glaze. Talk me through the honey you're recommending for this recipe.
So I'm going to recommend a fynbos honey to you because fynbos is sort of generally it's known to have quite a molassesy, dark notes. Where this one particularly has more of an apricot flavor.
Apricot flavor, I
so
love that.
It does give you a little bit of sort of that fruity sweetness that you would almost get in like a chutney. So I thought this would be perfect for a basting, just to add that sort of fruitiness to your meal.
It sounds really good. So I've got soy sauce in the pot first. Smoked chili flakes, I'm being very delicate with that one. Then, let's see, I'm going to go with, sesame oil goes in. I think this is rice wine vinegar. I know. Okay, cool, rice wine vinegar. Then your beautiful honey we spoke about. A little bit of garlic first. Boom. Let's go for that honey.
Cool. Let's go.
And then, I mean, ratio is with your heart, right?
It's with your heart, I would say, definitely.
Look at that viscosity, first of all. Thinner than what we just tasted.
Yes, yeah. So fynbos is generally sort of a winter honey, so obviously a little bit more moisture, but it also depends on every single honey. I mean, you know how many fynbos varieties there is.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you know, every fynbos honey is going to be very different. You can get a light fynbos, you can get a dark fynbos. It really depends on the floral source.
And during the break, you and I were talking about, again, we went back to wine, about when you're tasting wine, it's very, like if someone tells you, do you taste the blackcurrant? All of a sudden, yes, the blackcurrant will pop in your head.
Yeah.
But with honey, it's so clear and it's so vast in flavor and nuances that it really does become an experience when you're tasting. I was very fascinated.
It's also very personal. I mean, some people come into our shop and they would be like, oh, I don't want like normal honey. I want, you know, it's something different. I mean, you get herbal taste. You get honeys that could taste like burnt tire. You could get honeys that taste like horse wee, you know. So such a diverse sort of range of flavors that people can actually want in their honeys.
It's almost like a blueprint of like flavors you can put together, profiles that'll give you an end result.
Yeah.
That is so mind-blowing.
And also the process of the tasting, where it can start maybe bitter, it can end up sweet, or it can start sweet and end up bitter in your palate.
Oh, I feel like we've scratched the surface of honey today, and there's so much more to learn, and I'm happy to explore more, but this glaze is looking good. So we have now got some spring onion going over our wings, and again, the big bowl's back. We are saying it's Carissa's auntie's bowl. That's the official name. I don't know where Carissa is, if she's giving me a frown or not, but that's the name of the bowl. Then, oh, here she is. Thank you, Carissa, for your auntie's bowl. We love it. Spring onion, toasted sesame seeds, this beautiful glaze. Mike, it has been such a pleasure having you in the kitchen today. I am not done tasting honeys. There's going to be so much more tasting happening. This is my favorite part, the toss. Are you a chicken wing guy, Mike?
Yeah, definitely. Why not, eh?
Especially when they're glazed in honey, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good. Don't fall. There we go. Please, Mike, grab a wing.
Awesome.
I nearly said you get honey on supply. You've got to be an absolute honey lover. Do you go through phases where you'll love a eucalyptus one week and then next week an African beechwood?
Absolutely. It depends.
Where are you at the moment?
So for me, it's very hard because it depends also like what you eat your honey with. If it's tea, I would love a sort of Cape Peninsula honey. You always get sort of a perfumey flavor to it, like with a rooibos tea. When it comes to just my 4 o'clock in the afternoon sandwich, it's peanut butter, white bread, and eucalyptus honey.
That sounds so fancy, but good. Cheers, Mike.
Cheers.
Thank you for being in the kitchen today.
Really a pleasure.
South Africa, these recipes are absolutely amazing. Go and get them, try them out. Also, get to know your local beekeepers. I feel like that's something we really need to do as South Africans. Get to know your beekeepers, and when you do take a picture with it, send it through to us, and we will actually share it on screen. Try the recipes. Let us know what you think. Mike, you've been amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. You've all been great. Tune in next week for more Coloring Hotline Bling. Go and eat your chicken.
What if your dessert came with a little extra and 2,000 Rand in your pocket? Stand a chance to win one of 3 2,000 Rand cash prizes, plus a smooth, creamy country fresh hamper. To enter, post a pickle video showing us how you add that extra to your favorite dessert using country fresh mango and vanilla alongside your pack. Tag @countryfresh_SA and @Expresso Show and use hashtag countryfreshdesserts. Competition closes midday 20 May. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, the rumors are true. It's your feel-good breakfast show. This morning we've been pumping out that feel-good, and now if you're a pet lover, an animal lover, we're going to continue down that avenue, because being a responsible pet parent goes far beyond just the good food and the good treats. It's about understanding your pet's needs and also giving them the best possible care. Now today we're joined by Absolute Pet Stores managers Nicole Farry as well as Willem Brains, who together bring in over 18 years of experience in the pet care industry. Now, as dedicated pet parents themselves, Nicole to a kitten Sushi and Willem to his dogs both Duke and Sufira, they'll be sharing expert advice as well as practical tips on responsible pet parenting. Guys, welcome and thanks for being here.
Nice.
You got the green memo. Already,
Yes.
already you're winning.
Summertime.
Yes, already you're winning. Okay, so to the both of you, what exactly does responsible pet parenting look like and what does it mean?
Okay, so first of all, responsible pet parenting, the more we are learning about our pets, the better we are helping them to thrive. Responsible pet parenting is all about how you love your pet, how you care for them, and it comes down to three main pillars. It will be how you nourish them, how you protect them, and exercise.
Oh, that sounds so similar to raising a human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? Would you agree, Willem?
Yes, absolutely. One of the first things you can always look at is, I think, nourishment. We can probably start off with that one. One of the more important things is good quality food. Easiest way to check that or to focus that would be proteins. It's the easiest way to spot a good food.
Right.
Because not all proteins are the same. Animal-based proteins like fish, lamb, and chicken have full spectrum amino acids, which help break down those nutrients a lot faster than what your plant-based alternatives would. Secondary would also obviously be brand transparency. Check on your bag, see what is on there, see if there is any alternative derivatives that they put in there, as well as your artificial flavorants and so forth.
Okay. I was going to ask you, when it comes to nutrition, what we should be looking out for. So when we step into an Absolute Pets, and as a pet parent, we know and love the store, do we look at the back? Do we ask you guys for help? What should we be looking for?
Yes, actually. It is very overwhelming.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information that you have to keep into mind. Certain pets have different needs and so forth. So, yes, but luckily, the Absolute Pets team, they do put a lot of focus into these things to see what it is you need to look after.
And I mean, Lacuno, right? That is an Absolute Pets brand.
Yes, yes. Well, besides, we've got the Absolute Pets brand itself. Well, their home-made Lacuno itself.
Right.
You'd also notice the first thing they do mention is chicken, because it is one of the primary things.
And if you know anything about ingredients, the first ingredient listed is
the most important part of it.
Is the most important part. That is what it's made up mostly. I mean, look at the packaging. Why wouldn't you want that in your home? Okay, so now when we know what we look for in a healthy diet, how can pet parents go about choosing the right brand for their pet? So it depends on the pet you have, obviously.
Yes.
Is age a consideration? Whether they're inside, outside cats, all of those factors?
Yeah, definitely. So the first thing we are looking for is a good quality food, good quality protein. The second thing we're looking for is our pet's individual needs. We will choose a food according to our pet's life stage, the breed, as well as any diet requirements that they have. For example, a kitten's dietary requirement will vary different from an adult's due to the kitten's developmental needs. The same way, a Yorkie's diet will vary from to a Labrador, that will focus on joint care as well as weight control. So definitely breed, life stage, and all of that is.
And listen, we can't ask our pets, you just have to get to know them. They've been put in your care for a reason, right? You've got to pay attention and make sure that you're in tune with all of their needs as well. And I love that you said nutrition is also part, it's part of responsible pet parenting.
Yes.
That's how you take care of your pets. You also mentioned protection. So what are some of the key ways that pet parents can really keep their pets safe, but also healthy? You guys can throw out some tips.
Okay, so when we talk about protection, we are talking about protecting them from any illnesses caused by your ticks, your fleas, as well as your worms. So it's often something that gets overlooked by pet parents. It's very important because once it becomes a really bad issue, then it only gets caught. So it's very important to stick up with our monthly and quarterly maintenance.
And that's like the one you put on the back or
on the back of the neck or the little tablet. So we really need to stay consistent with that routines. And then also our yearly vet visits are quite important as they can make, the vet will be able to give us any information regarding our pet's diet, our pet's health, as well as any exercise that's required.
I love that. I mean, when I think exercise, surely your 2 dogs put you through the most.
Oh, no, hectic. Duke is a big boy, like I mentioned earlier we spoke. So when we do tug of war or just exercising in general, like running, he puts me through it. I would miss my arms after the day after. But Jana, exercise, it's extremely important. It provides mental stimulation, physical stimulation. It's also an amazing way to bond with your animal and keep them healthy as well.
It's true. Bonding is so important to make sure that we're all on the right note. I've got to ask you last tips that you can give people who maybe are first-time pet owners or haven't had that education given from generations of pet having. So what would you tell them today to just make sure that they are looking after their pets in the best way?
Well, the industry is gone in strides from years ago. Absolute Pets, for instance, they put a lot of emphasis in their training program. So if there is any questions, because it is very overwhelming, all this information being thrown around, give us a call, pop us an email. More than happy to help out, guide and navigate the ins and outs of responsible pet parenting.
Oh, I love that. Do you have anything to add?
No,
that was great.
Definitely.
Oh, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for the work that you do in stores as well. We appreciate that. And you do it for love, exactly.
Definitely.
I mean, you can't not love animals and be part of this, right? And as we know, responsible pet parenting is about more than just caring for our pets, as you've heard. It's about making informed choices that support their health, but also importantly, their happiness and their well-being every single day. A happy pet is a happy owner and vice versa. So choose Absolute Pets as your pet parent partner and shop their range of products in store and of course online. And that brings us to the moment we've been waiting for. I mean, Nicholas Lowe is standing by with that performance we've been waiting for. It's called Ek en Jy.
Oh, here we go, my feel-good family. We promised you a live performance from Nicholas Lowe. He's ready to perform for you. It is called Ak en Jy. Put your hands together. It's Nicholas Lowe.
Sonsak oor die vlaktes, dis iets om te aanskou. Jy lag en speel met jou hare, en daar's 'n glimlach wat ek van hou. Ons ry die grondpad af, radio hard en vry, en die dinge rondom ons het daar verdwyn. Want elke oomblik saam met jou is ek, geen bang, geen stres, nie die aard en sterre weg. Dis net ek en jy, ohne sterre in die lucht. Die wêreld kan gaan staan, hier nie meer om, nie my vrou. Net ek en jy, op die ritme wat ons kies. Ons liefde is lief, met die dag wat ons begeleid. Bakkies en lichte dans oor die grondpad. Ek voel my bloed deur my are pompie sê, kom stop, kyk net hoe mooi is man. En in my oomblik weet ek, hoe kom ek hier staan? Jy kyk my aan, ek's verloor in jou oor, dis 'n vlieg, dis 'n droom, dis soos 'n waterstroom. Dis net ek en jy, ohne sterre in die lucht. Die wêreld kan gaan staan, ek hier nie meer om, nie my vrou. Net ek en jy, op die ritme wat ons kies. Ons liefde is lief, en dag wat ons begeleid. Geen stad, geen lawaai, weet jy wat se, ons twee se nou in ons eie kinders. Soveel beter as wat ek kon dink, dis my hart wat nooit sal ophou sing. Net ek en jy, jy's ver te goed vir my. Die lewe doen sy ding, saam met jou voel dit okay. Net ek en jy, ek's mal oor hoe jy lag. En ons skryf ons storie elke dag. Net ek en jy, net ek en jy. Door die son uitbrand, lyk beide trek jy.
Come on, Nicholas, that was amazing. Thank you so much for taking us there. Ek en Jy.
Yeah,
That was the name
love
of
it, and absolutely going to be celebrating that moment. Might just get some more music, but for now, though, I want to delve into what we just celebrated. Obviously, World
Wow.
Bee Day and the inspiration coming through with honey. Wow, wow, wow. Hey?
All around. I mean, look at that cake. You never thought you could make a cake out of just cheese. And the layers going on with that honey toppled on top is incredible. And then, of course, we've got the chicken wings that has a honey glaze. I'm going to try this one.
I'm going to tuck into this cake. I don't even know how you do it, but if I can get a little, let me just see if I can get a
Oh
little bit of
my goodness. Do you want to try it with a cracker?
I think I'll get there now, but just let me see if I can tuck into this. Okay, I got some honey. I got some of the cheese.
The crunch on this is crazy.
Ooh, that with a cracker would be in. Speak and our wish is granted. Thank you, kind sir. This is incredible.
Thank you, kind sir.
Oh, wow.
Lucy's here for a chicken wing.
You just wanted to actually try something. Yeah, I thought so. The force was too strong with this one.
Wow.
Guys, I always thought that like using honey is just going to overpower it and make it too sweet.
It complements it beautifully, doesn't it?
No, it does so well. It complements it.
Same with the chicken.
It balances it out. Do you know what's crazy? I can see those apricot and the fynbos notes coming through. I think you used the fynbos notes for this one because you mentioned there's like a chutney type of a vibe. Are you getting that?
I'm getting everything right now. The flavors on here. I love chicken in and of itself, but this has just been elevated. It's like a soy honey glaze with some chili in it too. Fantastic, 10 out of 10. Ooh. Don't worry, we're going to keep all of the crew. What's left here? The last three chicken wings.
This is like a birthday cake for Nature Boy. I think I'm going to ask for this one on my birthday in the next few months. So, guys, surprise me with this. It looks delicious, it tastes delicious, and it's absolutely something to celebrate, especially ahead of World Bee Day, right?
That's true.
And we got more to celebrate. I see Zon is just into the building. That means we're going to get inspired with kids in the bedroom. It's all about great material. It's all about great decor and just inspiring that space to be more than just a space to sleep in.
I love that. We'll see you straight after this.
Good.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, you beautiful people. Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. If you've been here this morning, I know you're feeling good. We had great conversation, great inspiration, and I think we're going to bring that inspiration to the bedroom. And this one's for the kids because as the seasons change, there's no better time to refresh your little one's space with warm textures, playful details, and cozy layers that make every bedroom feel both stylish and comforting for the season ahead. It's getting brisk and cold, so who other than Zon Dumini to come through, taking us through the biggest kids' bedroom trends for AW26 and how easy it is to give a space a fresh seasonal update. Zon, I feel excited. Just knowing that you're here means we're getting plugged on all the good stuff, but how are you doing this morning?
I'm so good, Ral. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good to be on the show with you again.
Yeah, and I love the fact that we get to do something for the kids. It's not just a bedroom where you just like shove them in and then forget about them. This is their sanctuary. So talk to me about the kids' sanctuary and the space. What's trending at the moment? What's happening in the scene?
So it's actually a really exciting space at the moment. I'm loving it because what we're seeing is we're moving away from exceptionally bright colors and kind of cartoon motifs, and we're moving more into subdued tones. We're looking more at tones that are softer. So you're looking at your sages, all these muted, beautiful palettes that you can see on this bed right now.
Yeah.
And I think something that I read, which was a really cool thing to link on, is that your kid's bedroom is supposed to look a bit like a mixture of a boutique hotel and imaginary play area. And that's such a great thing. It's supposed to have longevity. And so we're seeing tones that can really actually grow with the child.
And echoes that sentiment as well.
Exactly. So you can see that a bed with something like this, it's great for someone who's really young and also reaching those preteen years. So there's longevity.
And one thing about what you're mentioning is the fact that you're now giving a child a different feeling when they enter the bedroom.
100%.
It's not cold. It's not just also the polarity of that and bright, overwhelming colors. I
No.
think you've struck the balance perfectly here.
It's really an exciting time in kids decor, yeah.
So let's talk about it. Obviously, kids need to feel a certain way. They want to have that imagination. They want to be cozy in the bedroom. What do we have in terms of, let's first talk decor items.
Great.
In terms of sprucing up the space, these are the less obvious options that could really create impact, right?
So what we're seeing at the moment is a lot of tactility, which is so great for developmental and for imaginary play. So we're seeing so much brushed cotton. You can see the bedding over here is this beautiful brushed cotton, which is breathable and wonderful, but it's got a real softness to it. There are beautiful edge details like piping edges, scalloped edges, and other things.
That is soft.
Then we're seeing knitted, and then in this, we're seeing, instead of a printed fabric, we're seeing actual pillows and sewing being made into playful elements. So this can be thrown on the floor and it's part of a game, but that it's also snuggled up to. This is so great, yeah.
It's like functional styling because this is your comfort toy. This looks good in the bedroom. You can play with it. There's like options.
Absolutely.
It's no longer just like a one-off type of a piece.
It's triggering imagination. It's both a pillow and a whale.
Nice, okay. Now, it's not just obviously like these items being used as decor items, but it's literally like the options of these items themselves. I mean, pillowcases, we've got duvet covers, we've got a range of options here to choose from, right,
Absolutely. And I love that you mentioned options because, again, even the option in this duvet set, for instance, it's this duvet set one day can be used this way. It's
hey, hang on, you just like brisked past that. I didn't even notice the style change here. So it's
reversible. And, that's another thing that can just trigger a little bit of imagination. One day your bed looks like this, another day it looks like that. We're seeing beautiful, and again, when I speak about the tactile elements, you're seeing faux fur, knitted elements, and all of this is what creates the warmth that you spoke about now.
Ooh, yes. And not only the fact that now, like, kids also have an option on, like, I feel like stripes today, or I feel like a different pattern.
It's supposed to be playful, and the whole room is supposed to be playful, and the decor elements are contributing to that beautifully.
I think that's more apparent than ever, especially when we also bring in things like textures.
100%.
And when we're talking about quality textures as well.
These are beautiful.
That's gonna allow you to have a quality sleep, a quality experience in the bedroom as well for the kids. What's happening with the textures here? Are we ticking the boxes in terms of quality?
Yeah, we really are. It's really special. Everything is soft. As I mentioned just now, it's breathable in the brushed cottons, the faux furs that are bringing in that tactile element again. We're seeing woven textures, baskets, so great for storage. When you speak about how do we quickly update a space, beautiful baskets, reversible linens. It's just a beautiful sanctuary we're supposed to be creating. We speak about creating sanctuaries for ourselves in our bathrooms and lounges and things like that. But it's so important for a child too, and her sanctuary or his sanctuary might just be a beautiful cocoon of a bed with many layers.
I'm also thinking of the other flip side of this is that all the parents, all the guardians that spending time in the bedroom reading those stories and those books, now they're also going to have extra reason to enter the bedroom and feel a lot better doing it. If I was to put you on the spot, on, is there any sort of like favorite item that stands out for you or like a must-have that you think this is something that can really just make or break this moment and this experience in the bedroom?
When we speak about it, and I've spoken about this before on the show, it's so important to always create and invest in your base.
Invest in a base,
so I'd invest, if you're looking for something new this season to just freshen up a space, I would really invest in the linen. Again, it's got a duality, and that just recreates your base and where your child's really going to curl up into under a duvet or his duvet. And then if you had to really push it out a little bit, just get one whimsical item.
I think you have to. I think you have to.
Put a big bow on it, gift it to your child. It's both a pillow and it's a toy. And, I think it's great for story time. You can, the whale can be telling the story.
And the creativity can go crazy. I mean, I like a little lion face over there.
I think there's a
with
multitude.
The frills of the mane.
100%.
Well played, Zon. Well played. Absolutely loving everything about this. And I think this is what we're talking about when we talk about inspiration. Creating a cozy, playful and stylish kids' bedroom. It doesn't have to be complicated, right? And you can shop these beautiful AW26 kids homeware pieces and more. And it's available at Woolworths, in store, online, and of course on the Woolies app. Nice stuff, Zon. I think we've officially been inspired.
I think so too.
Nailed it.
Well, speaking about sprucing up your home, let's take a look at this. What started as a grand opening giveaway at Leroy Merlin out in Alberton became the beginning of an unforgettable home makeover for one very fortunate winner. Armed with 50,000 Rand in terms of a voucher and joined by her mum, who better to bring with. We follow the exciting journey of this competition winner as they explore the aisles, choose finishes, decor and must-haves for their home, turning inspiration into a space filled with personality and fresh new beginnings.
Today we are at Leroy Merlin Alberton welcoming our winner for the Alberton store opening competition. We're welcoming Kamogelo Ndlebe to the store, and we're going to invite her and her mom to come and walk around the store and to experience Leroy Merlin and kind of choose and shop to see what they're looking for. The idea around the campaign is that we understand our customers struggle to kind of start the competition, to kind of get them into the Alberton store and experience the competition through a treasure hunt where they needed to find a triangle and scan a QR code to be able to be eligible to win the 50,000 Rand voucher.
When I first found out that I won the competition, I was very excited, first for me, and immediately I wanted to call my mom. We're currently building a home, me and my mom. This experience will help us enhance our home from the kitchen to the bathroom to the dining room.
Kamo and Mama, thank you so much for sharing your story and for coming out to the Leroy Merlin family. We're very excited to hand over your prize.
Thank you. I'm very happy for my daughter to win this voucher so that she can finish the house. I'm very, very, very proud. I'm over the moon.
So Leroy Merlin really wants to become the destination for customers. So we understand that when a customer is planning their renovation or a space that they want to update, they're looking at social media, they're looking at places that they've been to draw inspiration. And the idea for Leroy Merlin is for a customer to come in and to share these pictures and to share their vision with us so that we can help them kind of find solutions. So what I did is I took the inspiration that you shared with me and I've pulled some of the elements. So we can start maybe with the tiling. So the tiling, you said that you wanted white cupboards, white countertops with chrome touches.
Yes.
I added a few of the tiles. The tiles will add in like a little bit of warmth. It has the marble in, which has a warm undertone with the marbling. And then your lighting. The lighting, I chose a chrome pendant that you can have in your living room or you can have it in your kitchen on top of like a feature wall. And then just to soften the space, so you're gonna add decorative elements afterwards. So once you're done with your project and you want to cuddle and like be comfortable in your space, I've added some textured fabrics. So this is a rug that you can use like in your bedroom or the living room.
And I must take two for he and she in the bathroom. Remember the face in the one that I bought?
Oh, it would be very perfect over the flowing vanity.
Yes.
It'd be very good for the bathroom. Yeah, for the main bathroom.
Yeah, for the main bathroom.
So, Mommy, I think they should choose this tab because it's easy to clean, yet you can move it around in order to wash the dishes and your sink very easily. Put it back in just like that. Today upholds a really good memory in my mind and in my heart, especially like really holding up the check and seeing the reaction to my mom and knowing what it will bring to us.
My heart is smiling after that. Not just seeing someone get excited for redoing their own sanctuary in their own space, but having your fans with you and your mom. I mean, that just makes it extra special. Well played. Well played.
Very good job. Now you can go ahead and visit Leroy Merlin Alberton or Leroy Merlin store closest to you and make your home the best place to live in.
Ever. Okay. Now we're going to keep the good energy on your Feel Good Breakfast show today because we've got a lot to look forward to. Obviously, Nicholas Lowe is still going to be out. He's practicing for the next performance, and I want you to get ready for it because it's going to be a goodie indeed.
We're excited about that, and also to get into one more game before the show closes. And this is all about game because they're celebrating their birthday and we want in. We'll see you on the other side.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Last few minutes left, and of course, we know that gamers in full swing when it comes to their birthday mode as they celebrate 56 years of basically bringing South Africans unbeatable deals time and time again. And your next shopping trip could come with an extra surprise.
Oh, you're getting me excited for this one. So let's talk about it because Game is giving shoppers nationwide the chance to score one of 96 gift cards worth 560 Rand each. And entering is super simple. You can visit any participating Game store, purchase any birthday deal in store, and you can walk away with a 560 Rand gift card surprise.
I love that. It really is that simple.
Yeah.
Participating Game staff will be keeping an eye out for lucky shoppers in store, so don't avoid people's eye contact, okay? Every single birthday deal could turn into a winning golden moment. And speaking of deals, here are two worth adding to your list straight away when it comes to your shopping. Let's start with movie night.
Oh, movie night. Yes, please. Sports weekends even. And I think binge watching sessions are all going to level up with this. It's a Samsung 70-inch UHD smart TV, and it's just 8,999 Rand.
What a
That's
price.
like cinematic experiences right in your home, babe.
70
Come on.
inches for under 9K. That is unheard of. Now, as temperatures drop, stay warm and cozy this winter with a KDAC compact gas heater. Now, this time around, it's going for 999, under $1,000. You get to stay warm throughout the cold season.
This is a tough one because I want to ask you, what would you choose if you had to choose one of these birthday deals, Carissa? Which one would you take home?
Out of those two, I want a TV. I want a TV in my bedroom. I want to be able to Netflix and chill while I'm lying in bed on a Saturday morning, just relaxing, chillaxing. And the price of that makes me feel like I'll enjoy it even more.
Well, you're going to
You
get
know,
so
see?
much return on that investment. And yes, I'm calling a TV an investment because it's going to give you so much back in return. I think winter binging would look so incredible with something like that. So everything from surprise wins to massive savings, Game's birthday celebration is making shopping a whole lot more exciting this season.
Yep, that competition runs until the 1st of June, so you have days left. So there's still time to get involved. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Look, I don't know what we did right today because the lovely Nicholas Lowe, he said, I'm going to stick around and give you guys performance number 2. Put your hands together. He's here to perform on Sal Young Play. Make some noise. It's Nicholas Lowe.
Dis nou al jare lang dat die sier oor my val en my beker loop soms oor. Maar ek dink altyd terug met 'n smile op my gesig en ek weet waar ek nou hoor. Soos ek teerpad staan en ek weet met deze raad en die groen man loop by door. Is ek ver van my huis, maar my hart bly altyd thuis, want as dinge wat geld nie kan koop. Ons was slim, ons was sterk, daar was goed en daar was sleg. Ons was vol van ons in beroer. En die jare maak ons groot, maar ons bly by ons beroer. Ons sal jong bly tot ons dood. O, ek laat my herinnerings toe om my te vat. Ek onthou dit myl vir myl. Wat ons is, wat ons was, bring ons waar ons is vandag, sal nooit vir niks verruil. Ons was slim, ons was sterk, daar was goed en daar was sleg. Ons was vol van ons in beroer. En die jare maak ons groot, maar ons bly by ons beroer. Ons sal jong bly tot ons dood. Ons was slim, ons was sterk, daar was goed en daar was sleg. Ons was vol van ons in beroer. grondpad vat en die sukplaas in my terug, weet ek alles is net geleen. Die genade was groot, van my kleintyd tot my dood, en my lewe was geseën.
That was the energy I needed.
I feel like I was like in a barn just celebrating and going crazy. What a vibe. What here's. That's a party song for sure. Nicholas, thank you so much, man.
I absolutely love that. Well, listen, it definitely topped us off when it came to a fantastic show as well. We have cooked, we have learned about how to take care of our kids and their responsibilities. And of course, most importantly, we've learned about bees today who have been feeding us for generations.
Listen, I think for World Bee Day, what stands out for me is something that I think we all are now responsible for. If you look at the world, if you look at all the spaces that bees used to play in, the fields, the trees, the flowers that were pollinated by them, we've taken that space over with buildings, with houses, with so much construction, and it's now important for us to do our part and give it back to the bees. So whatever space you have, a balcony like we learned today, a garden or anything of that sort, you can do your part by inviting bees into your home, by planting some of those incredible plants, plant some of those flowers and invite these species into our home because we need them. One-third of our food is because of bees.
They're
just
actually
like that.
kind of cute. They're
They
really
are.
cute.
They are.
And they've given us so much. Today we've made a stuffed fig, orange and honeycomb brie cake. Raul said 10 out of 10. And then
Absolutely.
I tasted the honey soy glazed corn crunch. Chicken
Ooh.
wings.
It was good as an
A
understatement.
million out of 10.
Oh, and I'm thinking that honey is also such a great natural sweetener. It's low GI, so get all the sugar out the house and put honey at the forefront. And let's celebrate World Bee Day today. Why? Because we've got to.
Love you guys. See you tomorrow.
Another feel-good production.